We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, wow. Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers. Oh, welcome on out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com and SideScrollersPodcast.com. What's going on, everybody? Hi. Happy Monday to you. My name is Stuttering Craig. It's good to see you. Yeah, here we are, ready to go. Man, we got a good one today. We got great guests. We got a killer lineup of things to talk about. And of course, we have Blabs.
Wow. So it's like, oh, look at these amazing things, but first off, the shit.
But first off, the shit.
Hello. Hi. How's it going, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope everyone had a good weekend. I was busy bee.
Busy bee.
Yes. Dude, I like being busy. It's nice.
Yes. Keep busy keeps you away from doing all the bad things.
Well, I mean, I don't do bad things in my free time, though. It's mostly like, look at my Harry Potter collection. Isn't it nice? Takes photos, different angles. Woo!
Apparently this weekend, you did some bad things, though. Which
No.
I guess we're going to learn about next week.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
I already filmed it this morning.
Ooh, look at you.
And now we're editing. Woo!
It's fun to do bad things.
Yes.
Do you remember that little boy from back in the day on the internet? No, you don't, because you don't.
What are you talking about?
It's fun to do bad things. No? Okay. Let's see if hey, it's Monday. Kirsche is joining us today. Let's say hello to Crazy Foxu Cat Lady. I guess not really Cat Lady.
Cat lady.
I don't know.
Hello, I'm Spicy Cat, according to Asmongold.
Spicy Cat is
Spicy Cat.
You know, we do have some Asmongold news we want to talk about with you today. Yes.
Okay, my husbando.
This pleases me, Kirsche, I'm gonna say.
This pleases me. Well,
This pleases.
we're gonna get to that in just a little bit. First off, how are you? How's the pinched nerve holding up?
I mean, other than my arm pain, I'm doing pretty all right. I'm doing pretty great.
You said there is no ketchup today, only pasta.
Yeah, no ketchup, only pasta. I won't shake it too close to the mic because apparently it's loud.
You know what I love about that is that when you shake the pasta or ketchup, your avatar just your VTuber just jiggles and all sorts of. Let's go. Nice. Well, someone who doesn't jiggle at all but has an incredible abs, except for today, it's Yellow Flash.
Where'd
Flash,
they
how are
go?
Hello.
Hello.
you? Do you have your coffee ready to go?
I do. It's delicious.
Oh,
Where's
I was
Jake?
I was told you were getting a woman coffee. What is a
I
woman
did.
coffee?
It's a peppermint. It's a peppermint chocolate cold brew. It's delicious.
Oh, that does sound delicious. That is a
I know,
woman
see?
coffee.
Yeah, and it's good.
Even I wouldn't drink that.
Gay.
It is delicious and full of caffeine and sugar.
A peppermint
drinks-
what?
Peppermint chocolate.
Okay, sounds
It
good.
tastes like mint chocolate chip ice cream.
I just have a
I
caramel
know, right?
vanilla
Isn't that
cold
good?
brew.
I'm tired of. I'm not going to be ashamed of what I like. Should I just drink black? I'm going to drink black coffee.
That a boy, Flash. You let everybody know. Hold that peppermint cold brew up, and you let them know you're going to drink your ice cream for
right.
breakfast.
Cold? Oh, that's right. You said it tasted like ice cream. That's right.
I even got whipped cream put in it, Craig.
Oh, fancy! Did you get a drizzle on the whipped cream?
No.
Aw.
Did
We're
you
starting
try?
there already, are we?
Yeah, that's where we're at. I'm just trying to imagine Flash.
What, dribbling all like cream all down his chin?
Just getting his little tongue out, and trying to get that cream at the end of his coffee. Oh my God! Like in what was that damn movie? In Mean Girls, where she like
Oh
tries
yeah,
to.
I love that. She's like, how much for this?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
And then Rob Schneider tries to do it, and he's like, oh.
No, that's not Mean Girls. What is that movie?
Oh, it is Mean Girls. No, Hot Chick. That's
Hot
right, Hot
Chicks,
Chick. Yeah,
yes.
yeah. That's the best one.
Man, we
It's
need
just
more.
like with beer. I'd rather have a margarita.
Oh my god, I love frozen margaritas.
Frozen margaritas are delicious.
They're amazing.
Oh my god.
Why would I drink beer when I can drink delicious drinks?
And they
also-
get you fucked up faster.
Right?
I'm not a huge fan of the beer either. Personally, never have been.
Beer's gross.
Actually, we do have breaking news. We have footage of Yellow Flash having his coffee, which is wonderful this morning. Yes. So let's see if we can go to our reporter and see what we have here. There we go.
Wow.
There we go.
That is what I look like, yeah.
Oh,
With the-
speaking of breaking news,
Yes.
Daniel Penny has been freed of all charges. There's a little link. to the
Hell!
clip.
Nice.
Yeah,
Saw that.
It happened
Good.
like 20 minutes ago.
That man's a hero.
Hell yeah.
Give me a rundown on that. I'm not familiar with that story.
He is the guy who put Jordan Neely, I think is his name, in a chokehold because he was attacking other people on the train. And then Daniel Penny
yeah.
was arrested for that. Unfortunately, he was a hero, but then they were like, "We got to make an example out of you."
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I recall that story. Was that a couple years ago now?
Yeah, and they just did his trial
Oh, it was like 6
recently.
months ago, wasn't it?
And they were going to drop the initial charge of, I can't even remember what it was. And so people were worried they were gonna charge him with the lesser charge, but then they just dropped that as well.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's a good news for sanity, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's
Good.
such. If you watch that go down, it's such shit because that guy was going crazy on the subway. It's like, are we supposed to just let these people assault everybody? Like people with mental illness just go insane all over the place?
Yeah, and he
They
didn't
tried
even
to make
die.
it into a race thing.
He didn't
'Cause
even
the
die
guy-
from the chokehold. He died hours later.
Yeah.
Well, you see, Flash. Yes, we're supposed to let the inmates run the asylum. That's how this works now in society, which is
Yeah.
He's a former Marine, right?
yeah.
Former Marine.
Well, that's great.
Good guy.
Great
And he
news.
didn't deserve it. Didn't deserve
Absolutely.
it.
Well, congratulations to
I
him
hope
for
he stays. That'd be great.
right. You think there'll be a chance for a countersue, or I don't know if he was maybe for defamation, perhaps. I don't know how that would work.
I'm
You know,
not
getting-
sure. I know.
I don't
I know
know.
Neely's parents are trying to sue Penny because even if he doesn't get like criminally convicted, they want to take him to civil court for damages, and it's like that's messed up. That's actually messed up because like the father wasn't even in Neely's life, and he's just like, oh yeah, it's meal ticket time.
Yeah,
Time
maybe you
to
should have raised
cash
your
out.
kid right.
Yeah, maybe you should have been in your kid's life. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Right.
He should come back and his ghost should sue them for damages.
Man, I found so many people in society that have had major issues that that we see. Look at it from a, you're talking about the inmates, right? Something happened, and we see this in the video game space also. These people who are journalists, something happened to them along the way that broke them. They're broke. Is that you, Blabs? What are you doing? Are you waving?
No, the bell along the way.
Oh, I thought you were just waving high, like, yeah, I got broken pretty good.
Oh,
I'm broken.
Listen, everybody's broken in some
Heard
way.
about Kirsche's mom's story. It's wild.
Say it again, Blabs.
We heard about Kirsche's mom's story. It's wild. So
I think I told the recent one about like the weird pictures she sent me, right?
no,
Oh, I didn't talk about the pictures
you?
she sent?
I don't remember. Do tell.
I don't remember. She basically sent me pictures of like all of her medication lined up on the side of the bathtub and images of her wrists being damaged
Oh, I think
by
you
her.
did. I think you
Oh.
did. Yes.
Oh. She sent me those, and I didn't know how to respond. And my brother was like, well, those look faked. And they didn't send me those pictures. And then I got a lot of threatening text messages from her, pretending to be her weed guy, who she's married to. And she's just like, you kids are ungrateful little bastards, and you're gonna let your mother suffer like this. You're terrible people. We're gonna put your pictures up all over town, and we're gonna have people come after you because you just don't deserve anything good in life because you're bad to your mother. Like, it was weird, man.
I'll tell you what. It is the holiday season, which means it is time for family members to guilt you into things.
That's true.
And I had an aunt do the same thing, where she was so mad at me. She's held resentment for me. Really, what happened was her she had a son die, and she's been like pissed at me for like 10, 15 years, and she took it out on me recently. And I was like, look, I'm not dealing with this shit, and
Yep.
I'm not talking with you till you apologize to me for doing nothing. I'm sorry that your son passed away, but like I'm not dealing with this nonsense that you're throwing at me right now. It's like these people hold on to these things, and they just like splurge it out at one time, and I'm sure you were looking around going like, yo, what's going? Okay.
I mean, it's just kind of par for my course for my mom, unfortunately. She is insane and just constantly does terrible things. So I didn't even reply. I don't want to reply because I just don't want to deal with it.
Well, here is the video from this. Daniel Penny, courtesy of Fox. Let's check this out.
Breaking news. The jury has reached a unanimous verdict in the case of Daniel Penny. He's been found not guilty on the charge of criminally negligent homicide. Now, remember what was at stake here. The jury could not agree on manslaughter. They failed to agree twice. The judge gave them another bite at the apple on this lesser charge, negligent.
They wanted him guilty of
They
something.
now say not guilty.
So there you go. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, good for him. And like I said,
big wins for everyone all around here, honestly.
Yeah. Common sense seems like it's prevailing right here, which is wonderful. It does feel like there's been a dramatic shift since the early November, doesn't it? As far as how things have gone. So
I'm very happy that he is not guilty on all the charges here, because it's just like, it feels like they want everyone demoralized, and they don't want to have people helping each other, which is what you have in a healthy society.
Only one side wants that, it seems like.
Yeah.
Everybody depressed, sad, and demoralized, hating their country.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we love America
but
here.
They're supposed to be the party of love and kindness, though. So it's the opposite.
Yeah, but they're
message.
the party of communism, which is just fake kindness and love.
True.
Total side note, I had to have the conversation with my daughter, my 12-year-old daughter yesterday, about the difference between capitalism and socialism on the way to her soccer game. And she was very intrigued by the difference between the two, and I having to explain it. And she was like, yeah, capitalism's awesome. It was really, I was like, I'm doing this right. I'm being a good dad. Here we go. Love that. All right. Well, look, I'm glad everybody's with us today. What a great start to the show. Good news right off the bat. But if it's your first time tuning in, we are live over at rumble.com/sidescrollers. You can follow us over there as we're closing in on 10,000 followers, which is wonderful over on Rumble. We also have the X account where you're going to find out that Kirsche and Flash are going to be on the show. And of course, we have that Instagram account, don't we, Blabs?
We do, so follow some memes and clips of the show. Otherwise, I don't know, Yellow Flash won't share his coffee with you.
Damn. Get that wonderful shake.
Get your own,
But
Craig.
where's Jake Gyllenhaal, Flash? Where is he?
Yeah, where's Flash with the abs?
Oh, hold on.
He's like, well, not found, error.
Of course, if you want to watch the show.
I was in such a rush to get back.
There he is. There he is. Giga Flash right there. We also have you can watch the show over on Apple Podcast and Spotify, which once again, if you guys haven't yet, head over there, over on Spotify or Apple Podcast, and give the show a 5-star rating. Why is it important? Because I would love to finish, and I haven't talked about this enough. I would love to finish over on Chartable. That's where they chart the podcast. I would love to finish as the #1 video game podcast before they sunset that they're shutting it down, Chartable. So I want to be the #1 on there forever. So just give a big middle finger to everybody. So head over there, give it a good review, and download the show. Or I don't even really know how it all works, but just go do that. That'd be great. Of course, you can find shorts over at the new Side Scroller Shorts channel, where all things are out of context, right, Blabs?
Yes. .mp4s.
It's great. And of course, you guys can head over to sidescrollerspodcast.com, become a member. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff over there in 2025. So get on in there ahead of time, which is great. And of course, if you're new to us over here on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Join the 110,000 just normal men who are looking for common sense in the video game and entertainment space. And that I found it. I'm glad you're here. Hit the thumbs up button while you're tuning in. 1,337 is always the goal, and let's go and hit that today. We'd really appreciate that. Before we get into the hard news, I like to find out what is going on in today in video game history. Blabs, what do we got today?
Okie dokie, December 9th is Ninja Gaiden, releasing back in 1988, I should say, in Japan. We have Tekken, 30 years old today, 1994. And then we have Quake 2, releasing back in 1997. Yay! Yay!
Wow, that's awesome. I don't know if you guys know this about Ninja Gaiden. Well, there's actually two ways to pronounce it, because Ninja Gaiden for me was a very big game from my childhood. I love it, love everything about it. But also the movie The Wizard. Anybody ever heard of that movie before, or is that just something for old heads like myself?
Is that like the spin-off of Oz or whatever?
I haven't seen it, but I know.
I don't think I've heard of it.
So The Wizard starred Fred Savage. It was late in the 80s, right at like peak Wonder Years, and no Blabs. It was not The Wiz starring Michael Jackson. It was a game about a video game wizard, and the kid was special, which now we just call him super autistic. And he used his autism powers to be extra special at video games. And Ninja Gaiden plays a very big part in that game, so much so that when you talk to somebody who's been around the game for a long time, when they say Ninja Gaiden, they'll actually refer to this.
Ninja Gaiden! Hey!
So now you know that's when they're registering for Video Armageddon, which is what the final competition was called. And yeah, so you got this, and then of course you see this is, by the way, this 12-second clip. Watch how late 80s this is. Listen to the music in the background and everything. The music going on, it's awesome.
Look at him. He's making the jump. It's his second time through, and he hasn't even taken a hit yet. He's a wizard. So he can play Ninja Gaiden. So what?
Well, that background music is peak 80s, man.
Yeah, it is. The way to pronounce Ninja
stuff.
Gaiden must live rent-free in your head like the Girugamesh from that one convention commercial.
Garugamesh. I get that reference too, Kirsche. That's awesome. All right, well, great list today. Lots of good games. So I would say some other games that you may have missed, but really the only one that you may have missed that Blabs didn't have on the list today was Dragon Quest VI for the Super Nintendo 29 years ago. Think about that. In 1995, there had already been 6 Dragon Quests. That's crazy.
There's 11 now.
Well, they've slowed down as far as getting them out there.
How have they not found the dragon yet?
Someday the quest will be completed. It's like Mission Impossible. It's like, I'm pretty sure there's been a lot of impossible missions along the way. Sorry, right there, Blabs. King of the Fighters 2000 and 2001 for the PlayStation 2 was released in 2003. That's 21 years ago. And Persona 4 was released for Shin Megami Tensei Persona 4 was released for the PlayStation 2 16 years ago. So Blaze Blue, I don't really know how to pronounce that, was released 14 years ago in 2010 in the arcade. And there we go. We're caught up on all the fun stuff for video games released today. Would love to hear y'all's thoughts on any of those games if you have any memories.
I had no idea that Blaze Blue was so old.
Is it Blaze Blue or Blaze Blue?
I don't know. I pronounce everything wrong. I'm from Boston, man.
From Boston. Yeah.
I just had my mind blown if you want to pull this up. I didn't know this was a real image.
Let's see what you got. What's going on here? Beyond
Remember
Fried
this?
Chicken?
What, you've never seen the original image?
No, wait,
No.
what?
Yeah, every single soy jack is based on a real image.
Get out of here.
I was like, holy shit, it's real.
That is real. Oh my gosh.
I had no idea.
Yeah, neither did I.
And the fact that it's
Nuggets?
fake fried chicken as well makes it even better. Oh my gosh.
Eat the sloppa.
Eat it up. You know, can we just, like, with the whole fake fried chicken or the fake meat thing, have you seen they're starting to, like, 3D print meat now?
Yes, I've read a few articles on that. It looks disgusting.
It sounds like a horrible idea.
Them vegans will eat anything, man. Yeah. Except meat.
Except meat.
I will not ingest the microplastics.
Right. That's really what it comes down to, is microplastic. Just nom it up. All right. Hey, Norm came in with the 10 right at the bat. Says, wasn't the judge of the case Alvin Bragg the same guy who charged the bogus Trump trial? I hope Trump will make it so he's unable to walk in a McDonald's. Thank you, Norm. Appreciate that. By the way, I like your little avatar with the with the Trump hair. It's great. Thanks, Norm. Excellent. Also, God damn it, I want a name. Came in with the $20 direct donation. Says, I was hoping you'd come back soonish, Kirsche. We had some pretty eventful months. Sorry, I forgot. I totally forgot about it. But a semi-recent clip of Pippa, where she straight up said sis to a certain, I guess, KYS. What is KYS?
Kiss yourself, but the bad one.
Okay. To a certain short, fat Canadian in her chat, reminding me again. And then he followed back up with, Kirsche, I need you to do me a favor. Since I'm just a rando on the internet, my word doesn't carry much weight here. So could you please warn these good people about the insidious snake that is the enlightened citrus trademark? And then he follows up one more time, says he's already got a foot in the door and is currently smooching up to JT as well. Can we please stop this little weasel before he fully infiltrates the space and makes himself comfortable on the couch? You, of all people, know how he operates after all. Who are we talking about?
I'm not like really a drama monger, as it were.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I don't want to bring that stuff to your podcast, man.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. All right, well, thank you. Appreciate that. God damn it, I want a name. Really appreciate your support, and I'll ask her later.
Yeah, later.
Launched into the low girth orbit, came into the tents. It's just some normal innocent support for some normal innocent men. It's only fun to do bad things if you don't get caught. Do you smoke with cigarettes? The Joyride kid was creepy as hell, but the animated version on the Boondocks was hilarious. That's a reference, Blabs. It's fun to do bad things, which Blabs clearly doesn't understand. So,
no, I didn't get it.
yeah, that's okay. I'll show you after we get into hard news. We do see every single one of your super chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants, and we greatly appreciate all of them. We'll read every single one of them throughout the course of the show. But right now, it's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for hard news. Hard news. All right, Blabs, I'm going to give you this before we move on, just because it's important to establish what we're talking about, doing bad things. Here we go. This is from a 7-year-old taking the car on a cop car on I think it was a cop car, or just a car on a joyride 16 years ago. This is classic internet. Ready, Blabs?
Yeah.
Latarian Milton is not your typical 7-year-old. Few his age have ever driven an SUV up and down several busy streets. It all started at his mother's townhouse. Latarian says he took the car keys and hopped into his grandmother's Dodge Durango.
When I came through the back door, I looked on the counter, my keys were gone.
I took my grandma's car because I got mad at my mom, and then I told him to have my friend come in, and he smoked with cigarettes.
What the heck?
Wow.
Smoked him cigarettes. This is
That's not good.
15 million views, Blabs. This
Nice.
is classic
16
internet.
years ago.
Yes.
Can we get an update on this kid?
Let's bring him on. Where you been since, bro?
Actually, there is an update on him. Yes,
Oh my
but
god.
Oh no.
yeah. All
I
right,
hope
well,
he's okay.
here's the clip, Blabs.
I do it because it's fun. It's fun to do bad things.
It's fun to do bad things.
Oh no.
Fun to do
Tell
bad
me he got his
things.
life together and is a 4.0 college graduate.
Yeah, I really hope so, man.
Well,
Update. Oh gosh.
oh, sorry. Here's an update, courtesy of 2018. Latarian Milton still doing bad hood rat things in 2018.
What a title.
Oh, no.
What a title.
So he didn't graduate summa cum laude, you're telling me.
No, he didn't. He didn't quite get it. Let's see what happened.
Dude.
Let's just check in on him.
That's right, and Latarian Milton spent about 10 minutes in court this morning. He learned that he will not be able to go home anytime soon. He will have to wait to hear from the judge the next court date. We last spoke with Latarian Milton in 2015. He had just completed middle school and was looking forward to the next step.
When I get to school, in high school.
Whoa!
That's
He's
middle
in
school?
middle school? Are you kidding me?
Looks like a grown man.
Hey, he looks like an adult.
Latarian Milton had a career as a linebacker and he fucked it up. God damn. God
Jesus.
damn.
Puberty hit him like a truck.
He is a
Damn.
giant.
What the hell happened, Latarian?
About to go hit the docks for work after middle school.
God damn.
Be able to go on the football team.
I bet they're eager to get you on the football team.
They're damn offering scholarships.
Go right to varsity.
Fucking Florida State lining up at 8th grade. Latarian Milton. Oh, my God.
This is Milton entering a West Palm Beach courtroom Monday to face charges stemming from an armed robbery and carjacking.
Damn.
Palm Beach
There we go.
His jiggle physics rival mine.
Oh, man. Let's see if we got one.
robbery and carjacking. West Palm Beach courtroom Monday to face charges stemming from an armed robbery and carjacking. Palm Beach County Sheriff's deputies say a Lyft driver picked up 4 young males and a female early Sunday morning and drove them.
Look at the lower third. Latarian Milton arrested for carjacking, known for viral 2018 hood rat video.
I like how the original video was him stealing his grandma's car for a joyride, and then the comeback is an actual carjacking.
Yeah. That is
Hey.
so sad. This guy could, if he like stayed fit, I bet you he could have done football and would have had a nice, successful career. But nah, he threw it all away.
Hey, sometimes it's fun to do bad things, Blabs. It's
I
all
don't
right.
care. This guy's a loser.
Oh, man.
That clip of him as a kid being like, it's fun to do bad things. It made me think of the viral clip from like ages ago, where they I can't even remember the rest of it, but he's like, they're raping everybody out here, and then that one YouTube channel made like a song out of it.
Yeah. Hide your kids, hide your wife. That's right.
Yeah, that one.
That's right. Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. What was his name? Antonio Dodson. That's right.
Oh my God!
How do you
love
remember that?
guy. Yeah, he's in my head all the time. Hide your kids, hide your wives.
Like, I can picture what he looks like, but I can't remember his name. What the heck?
And the other lady who was like, I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Like, those two are like highlights.
And ran to help.
Well, obviously, we have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up.
I can't believe this was real still. I love this.
You're so dumb.
That's right.
He's on our StreamYards.
Join us all the time. Antonio Dodson, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, that song.
Well,
here you
I
go.
love that song.
Here's the song. It has 156 million views. That video of the song here.
obviously, we have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows, he's snatching your people up, trying to rape them, so y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife.
I remember like playing this on the bus, man. Oh god, different times.
Oh my god. All right, well, there we go. Now we've gone down the internet wormhole of awesome memes from the late 2000s, which is great.
Best.
It is. All right. Speaking of better times, I would say most people who went through and they read the Lord of the Rings books in their youth, they were like, hey man, better times, right? Well, it doesn't look like those better times are ever going to end, as George R.R. Martin is pretty much unsure if he's ever going to finish the next book, The Winds of Winter. He says, but it's still a priority. That's good. Like, that's pretty much his whole life work. But it's still a priority. A lot of people are already writing obituaries for me. They're saying, oh, he'll never be finished. Maybe they're right. I don't know. I'm alive right now. I seem pretty vital.
Yeah, you do realize you mentioned Lord of the Rings, but then you said George R.R. Martin. You realize you mean Game of Thrones,
That's
right?
what I meant. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm like, bruh, from a Lord of the Rings expert such as yourself, you would think you would know.
One of those high fantasy series. Yeah.
Dragons and shit.
I've just always loved that his name takes up half the front page, like the front cover.
Right, or. Anyway.
I mean, really, it does. Yeah, it's his name is just as big as the title. Yeah. ego right there. Will we ever see it? Will we ever see the final book released?
No.
No? I don't think so either.
It's taking him 13 years to work on this one. You think you see that man? He looks like he's like a heart attack. A heart attack's coming.
I think it was
one hoagie away.
Oh, no.
I think it was Disper who said it best, that like he's become really comfortable with like being a procrastinator and lazy, and he's like, oh well, you know, I gave myself some time
he's not
off. And
really.
I'm never going back to it.
He works on all kinds of stuff.
But not that is what
I
we're
know.
saying. So
Every week it seems like there's a new announcement. George R. R. Martin's working on this or that. It's like, why don't you work on your book, man?
Oh, well, the question is, will we ever see any of those projects he's working on? That's another question.
Well, some of them come out. Elden Ring came out.
I wonder if he has the like artist block procrastination where he's like, oh God, I don't want everyone to hate it, so if I just never finish it, people can't hate it.
That's fair, but that's cowardly.
So let's play the Price is Right game. Blabs just talked about him being set and feeling comfortable. I'd feel pretty comfortable if I had his net worth. I'm just throwing it out there. So let's play the Price is Right. What is George R. R. Martin's? First off, let's go net worth.
300 million.
Ooh, okay. All right. 300 million from Flash. Kirsche?
I'm gonna say like 230 million.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. And Major League Baseball salary right there. Yes, Blabs?
I think he's worth a shit ton of money. I think at least 700 million for net worth.
All right, well, y'all drastically overshot his value. Currently sitting at $120 million.
Only?
Yes, only Blast. But the salary of $25 million per year, I'd feel pretty damn comfortable if I was making $25 million a year. Just throwing it out there.
Does he have kids?
Does he?
Married? I want to find out.
Okay, I don't know, but I'm just gonna throw it out there and say no. Like just based off the.
How is he only worth 120 million if he makes 25 million a year?
Well, he has a tremendous coke habit.
I'm looking at him and I don't think his heart could take coke.
So he doesn't have any children. He's been married and divorced and then married again in 2011. Isn't that the same year as the last time his book came out?
These are great questions, Blabs.
So he's been a little heartbroken.
It's the woman. She did this.
Always a woman, for sure. All right, let's go from one thing that will probably never come out to something that looks like it is probably going to come out, and that is hey, what's the old phrase about there's a clip of the internet where it's like how does it feel to know that all your franchises are brought back into something you hate, or you've all seen that clip.
How does it feel to watch all your favorite franchises go down in flames?
Yes. We'll add one to the list as this. I wouldn't say classic, but it was very, very popular sitcom. Looks like it's being rebooted, and that is Scrubs is in early development for a reboot.
But why?
Yeah.
Great question. But why? Because
I feel like that definitely didn't need a reboot.
No. Does anything ever need a reboot?
They're gonna do some like weird post-COVID stuff where they have COVID jokes for half of every episode.
Man, when we look back on that time frame, and I've noticed something about a lot of content that was produced back then. It's being shelved and totally just put on the back burner. I mean, if they could burn that stuff, they would. You never see highlights from like the NBA during the 2020 bubble season. You never see highlights of the NFL. Any sports that like competed then, you never see any highlights of it. It's just like it's been retconned, and all the jokes at that time that were kind of built around that time period. Oh my God, they're going to age horribly.
Yeah.
Is this going to be a total reboot, or are they going to continue off of the original series?
Well, it says Bill Lawrence is no Superman, but he is currently developing a reboot of the beloved Scrubs sitcom. It says Variety has learned that Lawrence is working on a new iteration of the series via 20th Television. For the broadcast network. The original series was produced by ABC Studios, which was recently absorbed into 20th TV as part of the restructuring from Disney. Blah blah blah. Lawrence remains under his overall deal with Warner Brothers Television, with that studio carving out room for Lawrence to work with his former studio partners on Scrubs. According to an individual with knowledge of the situations, Lawrence will not serve as showrunner on the new Scrubs should the project go to series. At the time, no other deals are in place and no cast members are yet attached. So it just sounds like they want to reboot it. They have nobody attached to it. Literally nobody.
Are they going to bring the asshole doctor back? Because without him, that show sucks.
I mean, these guys here, they're doing like T-Mobile ads now, right?
So they'll be more than willing to come back.
Yes, for sure. For sure. And he was the asshole doctor, right?
Yeah, that's him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't bring him back, the show's just shit. It's not going to work.
Well, another one bites the dust, as they say. I mean, was it Zach Braff? Is that who it was? The lead character? Yeah. So, all right. We saw this. This is kind of interesting here. As we're gonna fly on through with our quick hits this morning. Did you guys see John Wick? You guys John Wick fans?
Yeah.
Flash?
Yeah, great. I'm looking forward to that new one with Anna de Armas because she's sexy.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about here. This was launched 18 hours ago. Apparently, they're not calling it female John Wick, but it's another assassin. I'm going to play the trailer underneath it because I don't want to get hit for the... This is my first time hearing about it.
I love Anna de Armas, so she's really hot. So Kirsche, get her and John Wick people together. I'll check it out.
Kirsche,
I'll probably watch it. I just feel like I don't know.
Is attached this like behind the scenes because if you've got the people that made those movies good.
I don't know, but it certainly looks, just based off of the video of it, it looks very John Wick. It has those like bright, vibrant colors that you see. You know, there's definitely a club scene. Looks pretty awesome. I mean, I'm not super worried about the Mary Sue aspect of things.
John himself is kind of a Gary Stu, though. I mean,
Gary Stu.
Yeah, I call them Gary Stews also.
I don't. As long as it's entertaining, I don't care.
Right.
You know,
I think it depends on like how they like introduce like this character. Has she been in like the franchise before, in like some minor role, and then it was like a spin-off?
No.
Was she a brand new character?
It's completely new.
So if she's a brand new character, it'll be interesting how like they develop her. If she just becomes like a Ray, like a Mary Sue, and she's instantly amazing at everything, then it's like, it's just another one. But otherwise, if they actually show like growth and development, then I think this has potential.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that when you have an established character like John Wick, and the fact that he's going to be in this movie and kind of lending, if it was,
Keanu Reeves is in this?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's in the movie itself. He's in the trailer, so that lends credibility to it to have John Wick, cross over in this universe with her.
Well, it's like I hope that
I don't
they
know
do
how I
something
feel about
where
that
he's...
then, because I would rather just see more John Wick then.
Well, but
I would as well. But I was going to say, like, I hope if they're having him in the movie, they're actually going to have him involved in the story to a like significant degree, instead of it being like where they used Scott Pilgrim's name to tell a story that had nothing to do with Scott Pilgrim because they knew that the IP would sell.
Right.
Or kind of like Conan when he was in Red Sonja, even though they didn't call him Conan.
Yeah.
There's a scene very early in this where, I mean, she goes to the Continental and the whole thing. But there's a scene. Let me see if I can just play this really fast, because it does kind of shed more light into the John Wick. You can kind of see there's definitely some crossover here. She's looking at him as almost like a mentor in this Assassin's game, which I don't know. I'm down with. I love the idea. So
yeah,
but like if she's asking him how to do what he does, and then she does what he does, and he's like, "Well, looks like I don't have to teach you." It's like, well, then why did she even ask to get taught? I guess.
Yeah, that. And somebody said in the chat, what are the chances he's only in there for like 5 minutes?
Oh yeah, it's not gonna
bait. Yeah.
This won't be like a buddy comedy or a buddy assassins film. He'll probably be in the very beginning, and
very end.
Yeah, and then probably not even at the end. Probably just send her on her way, because that's the thing in this universe. There's multiple storylines going on at all time. It's like Star Wars, right? There's always these stories going on. We got to expand them out. But I don't know. I mean, I love a good action flick, and John Wick, at least the original one, really was pretty awesome. I didn't see the fourth one.
It's
Did you
good.
guys see it is the fourth
I
one.
like it. Yeah, there's some cool action scenes in it.
Okay.
The scene with him going up the stairs with Kane was fucking awesome.
All right, let's move on to another movie here on the horizon. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. We love talking about popcorn buckets. We've seen a lot of popcorn buckets in 2024. And Sonic the Hedgehog 3 has a popcorn bucket, which is going to drive this. Yes?
Buy collectible popcorn bucket to go with your collectible Stanley mug.
Have you seen? Well, yeah, this actually does have a actual mug or an actual drink to it. Yes, consume it all. Take a look at the Sonic the Hedgehog where you literally take popcorn out of his head. Thoughts on that, Flash?
It's okay. I've never bought any of these things.
Me neither.
But I like them. I mean, it's just a reason to spend money at the theater. Help 'em out, I
Kirsche?
guess.
It kind of looks like the $5 pumpkin Halloween plastic buckets that you buy your kids. Like it looks like that quality.
Yeah, I have to ask, like, it looks like the photo's been heavily modified with colors and filters, so I want to know what the real unedited product looks like. Because, like, even the cup looks like it's glowing, and I think the cup looks better. I think Kirsch's right, it looks like a pumpkin.
Yeah, I was gonna say the cup looks pretty cool. If it glows, it's also pretty cool. I know GamerSupps came out with, like, glowy cups recently, so it's possible that the Sonic one has glow.
The collectible popcorn bucket has been such a ridiculous trend in 2024. I mean, we saw the Dune popcorn bucket that looked like a butthole.
Yeah.
You know,
The coolest one is still the Deadpool Wolverine one. That one's funny.
I can proudly say I don't own any collectible slop buckets.
I don't either. None of the theaters I go to ever sell them. Like, where do you get these? Which theater chain has them?
Well, they're all sold out by the time you get there, Flash.
That might be true.
Back in my day, people lined up around the corner overnight for console releases. Nowadays, it's for popcorn buckets.
Popcorn buckets. I gotta get my tent. There's a popcorn bucket coming out.
Chat, what's the popcorn bucket? What's the most you would spend on a Sonic the Hedgehog popcorn bucket? I mean, let's just
negative $2.
They give you a popcorn bucket and $5. Here you go, Flash.
If it was free with the movie ticket, I'd probably take it.
Oh wait, no. Thinking back, I did like the Ghostbusters one. That one was a ghost trap. I would have probably bought that.
Yeah. You could fit like 3 ounces of popcorn in it.
Yeah.
You probably just 3D print your own, honestly.
See, there you go. Now we're talking. That's the way it goes. By the way, speaking of 3D printing, I know Jeff Keighley's award show is this month. I have not shown this off yet, but you mentioned 3D printing. I wanted to show you guys something really quick.
Oh. With show and tell?
Yeah. I want to let you guys know. I have all the game awards with me right now.
Oh my god.
I have them all. Flash, would you like a game award?
Sure, yeah.
You want a game award?
Hey, are you going to stream for that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe
I have them in all colors. Look at that.
Oh,
how diverse.
Diversity.
That's right.
Yeah, maybe I'll come on your stream if you
Blabs
send
and
me
I
an
same
invite.
brain cell.
We got
Make fun of it.
which one will you choose? Which one will you choose?
I feel like this is a racist question.
Yeah, I want the black one, so I'm not
We can't
racist.
answer that legally.
we can't answer that, Craig.
I'll say it. Give me the black one, so I'm not considered racist.
I'll be doing some marketing with that here in a little bit over the next couple weeks or so.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. So now, if anybody doesn't win an award, I'll just hand them out.
Oh,
Sound
hell
good?
yeah.
Maybe I'll go to the Game Awards. Maybe I'll just show up there on Thursday, and I'll be like that kid who was asking
Oh, it's
about.
this Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh, what time is it?
I don't know, but I do know that voting for the real Game Awards opens on Thursday as well. What's the coincidence?
Wow, what a coinky-dink.
It's amazing how that works out. So, anyways, I got a bunch of those, and we're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff with it. So it'll be great. All right. Sigrun came in and says, reminder that John Wick is canon in the Payday universe, where he got into a wacky conspiracy to steal the body of the president from the ancient organization and using the artifacts of the Nephilim. What are you talking about? I've never even heard this
That
one.
sounds cool
The
and all, but
Nephilim.
Crime
Nephilim
Boss
sound-
Rock A City is better than Payday.
Wait,
Sounds
what was
like
that super
Nephilim.
chat again? What are we talking about? Nephilim?
Need to
The
pull that back
Bible
up.
demons?
Yeah, the Bible demons.
Yes, that's from Sigrun right there. Thank you, Sigrun, for that. Also, let's see. 60 watts says Sonic head popcorn bucket. I'd buy that for $1. That's a reference, Blabs. Thank you.
Ha.
Carpet University says the only popcorn bucket I ever bought was the Batman 1989 Bat Signal, one that lights up. That was pretty good.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that one was cool.
Chat saying they're not demons. Look, I got stuck in Star Ocean 2 on the Nephilim in Fate's father's space laboratory. I'll call Nephilim demons if I want to. I had to restart that whole goddamn game.
The Grateful Gamer says, as long as she doesn't kill off John Wick. Yeah. I don't.
Oh god, if they kill him off, I feel like everyone will be mad.
He's already dead.
What?
He died in the fourth one.
Damn it, Flash!
Oh,
spoilers!
God damn! What?
The whole movie is about him dying. That was in the trailer.
I didn't watch it.
Why do I need to see it now?
Loud noises.
Oh no!
That's gonna feel bad for him spoiling a movie that came out 2 years ago.
Two years.
watched
You're in
it
the
already.
fresh phase.
Damn.
And don't worry, he'll come back. Enough money.
I can't believe Flash just Snape killed Dumbledored us.
Oh my god. Goes to
He'll be
Pinochet
back.
says,
$50 million paycheck. Keanu Reeves, John Wick will be hooked up into a science lab. They'll put some electricity through him. He's alive again.
Thanks, goes to Pinochet. Norm came in and says, if they were serious about making money, they would make a parody called Jan Wickowski, following a man confused for John Wick and is on the run from the Assassin's League, loosely following the events of the Wick movies. Thanks, Norm. Appreciate that. Genuinely appreciate that. Woo! Scarfy came in with a $50 super chat. Says, I keep imagining Kirsche. Oh my God, Kirsche's chest being used by Conquer as a bouncy platform. Here's 50 for the comment.
I like thinking of it. I like thinking of it as one of the giant gummy savers that you bounce on in Croc 2. Actually,
Look at that! Look at that go! Congratulations. Scarfy, enjoy that. Thank you very much for that ridiculous support. That is great. Enjoy your jiggle physics. We also have, let's see, Seen and Heard says, feels a little bit Alan Wake 2-ish. Yes.
Oh, that guy's gonna arch your profile picture.
Yep. And Belial King says, speaking of action flicks, sorry, I butchered your name. Has anyone watched The Raid and The Raid 2?
Hell yeah.
Never heard of it.
Oh, man, they're good. You should watch them.
Tell me about it, Flash. What's going on with that?
Did you see Dredd?
The Judge Dredd remake?
Yeah.
No.
You should see that too.
Wait, but that's another remake. Like I've seen
Oh
Judge
no,
Dredd.
no! It's this one. The Dredd movie is way better than that Sylvester Stallone one. Watch
Okay.
Dredd.
Okay.
Listen,
Holy shit! Watch it soon.
I have something to share that I saw on Instagram and it made me laugh the other day, so we're gonna look at it 2 seconds. Ready?
I'm
Is
ready.
it actually true that every
Hell
guy?
yeah!
Wait, what just happened, Blabs?
She's trying to imitate the Boob.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Is it actually true that every guy?
And people want to say the VTuber jiggle physics are too astronomical. I feel like it's very realistic.
See, look at Kirsche knows. Look at that.
I'm the same thing. I'm just like that woman.
Man, I have this one shirt that's like, it's a weird like folded shirt. So it's basically like the back is completely open, but it's like a drape open, so it's like curtains. And it's a very like thin material, and it has like a thick V-neck collar. And I wore it to the airport once. And when I go to the airport, you know, when I fly, I don't wear a bra because like I don't want to be on a plane, and I don't want to have to, you know, be constricted. You want to be comfortable.
I get it.
My mistake was wearing that specific shirt though, because I was literally like that woman in the video, and while I was walking, the only thing I could think of was, oh god, I hope no one's staring at my chest right now.
I get that.
Yeah, I kind of do the same when I go. I wear, you know, just sweatpants with a giant hole in the crotch.
Well, you know, if you gotta pee, you're not gonna get it all over your pants. Simple, easy.
Right. Right.
Oh, that's so. You know,
that's also what I wear to the strip club.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I love
me out though.
They did, huh?
Usually, yeah.
I love the idea, the opposite aspect of that. The woman not wearing the bra, standing next to the guy not wearing underwear, and just the dong flopping around while the woman's boobs are playing. It's the visualization of that. We should do some sort of race. Put that over on Twitter. Have the woman with no bra running next to the guy with the big old floppy dong.
Oh
That'd
my god.
It'd be a funny video. Just saying. What, Blabs?
No.
Oh, you don't think that'd be funny?
I think we need to talk to HR about this one.
Blabs, millions of potential views, millions of views. Listen, you're catering to all sides, both sexes. It's great.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, commando sweatpants is like braless for men, if you think about it.
Kirsche gets it. All right, we also have this happened the other day. Our boy Valiant Renegade had this happen to him live on stream. He was talking about Disney's Snow White. Have you guys seen the trailer for this? And
many times.
Yes, I'm sure you. Flash has accounted for 700 of its views on the channel, constantly rewatching it.
It's misleading because I just pause it for the comments, like just about everybody else.
Well, the Snow White trailer has not gone over very well.
I'd love to see the watch time for that trailer.
Who could have seen that coming?
Yeah, the watch time would be interesting.
I bet you it's so low. Everybody's going to the comments. They just pause the video. I guarantee you, most of the views are people doing that.
Well, Valiant was streaming the other day talking about the Snow White trailer and how it's just getting, I don't know if we've seen a ratio this bad really ever.
The original trailer had 1 million dislikes too, not even 100,000 likes.
Well, this is closing in on 1 million dislikes and only 27,000 upvotes right here. So he starts here with 27,000 upvotes and 703,000 downvotes. So watch what happens as he's streaming.
Okay, I updated this shortly before we began. 703,000 downvotes on Snow White. 703,000 downvotes on Snow White. And I just refreshed it. Did y'all see that? Whoa. Somebody scroll back in chat. That said 703,000 downvotes, did it not? I just refreshed it, and the downvotes dropped to 700.
So thinking a little bit of manipulation going on YouTube side of this. Flash, you think that's what's happening over there?
It could be, but it could also be maybe the dislikes are rolling in really fast, and it just keeps changing, or the extension. I don't know.
If they were not like 100% accurate.
Yeah.
It could also be bots, removal of bots. Perhaps someone sent a whole bunch of bots.
If they were going to go that far, why wouldn't they just drop the dislikes down to 500,000?
Yeah.
But you never know. I don't know. You can't really refute what he showed there. They did go down, but it could be a bug or a glitch too. I don't want to just say they're pulling some shit.
Because, especially since dislikes aren't even visible unless you have one of those extensions, what would be the point in doing that?
I don't know. It's a good question, but it is interesting to kind of see, just see it happening in real time, the idea of refreshing and popping it back up.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
I looked this morning, and I saw that it was at 706,000. Yeah, you're right. At a certain point, what's 3,000? No one's going to look at that and be like, 703,000 versus 700,000. Well, the reception's not that bad, So.
Oh, Rachel Zegler also, her movie completely fucking bombed. Did you talk about that at all? Or?
No, we haven't talked about that.
That 90s one, right?
Yeah, it made $2 million.
What was the budget?
$15 million.
Oh.
And it got beat by a re-release of Interstellar, which was only in 127 theaters. That movie made $4 million. Rachel's was in 2,000 theaters. So,
wow,
yikes!
Wait, they did a re-release of Interstellar, and it made $4 million.
Yep.
I didn't even know they did that.
Yeah,
It also got beat by a live performance that was in theaters, a Christmas pageant. That movie also. Well, no, that live stream of that performance also beat Rachel Zegler's release. So, congratulations, Rachel Zegler, speed running your way to the bottom of your career.
And she's just not a likable person. She's insufferable.
Yeah. Well, she said if you voted Trump, she doesn't want your business. Does not want your business. Doesn't need you. Would rather you spend the money elsewhere. And it looks like people have taken her up on that.
I wouldn't want to buy her shit anyway.
She seems so authentic.
Right?
Authentically bad.
Yes. All right, we have. This is kind of interesting. We've talked a little bit about the Diddy stuff on the channel, but not a whole lot. But we had a new allegation dropped.
Jay-Z.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
he's got 100 problems now, and a bitch is one.
That's right. As Jay-Z has been accused with Diddy in a lawsuit of raping a 13-year-old girl.
Just say struggle snuggle.
Okay, struggle snuggling. With
I
a
hate YouTube censorship.
in 2000. So this is right when Jay-Z's at his peak, really.
Shout out the Obamas. They love Beyonce and Jay-Z.
I was gonna say, I wonder how much of this Beyonce knew about, because wasn't she also on the like Diddy party list?
Best father
Oh yeah,
ever.
he probably met her at a freak off.
Oh my god.
He's the one bringing her the blanket after the line of guys ran
Jesus.
through it.
Oh no.
Doing an Ayla, as it were.
U.S. rapper Jay-Z was hit back at a lawsuit which alleges that he, along with Sean P. Diddy Combs, drugged and what'd you call it?
Struggle snuggle.
Struggle snuggled a 13-year-old girl at a party in 2000. An anonymous accuser alleges that she was assaulted at a house party after the MTV Video Music Awards, the VMAs, in New York, and that the unnamed female celebrity was in the room at the same time. Oh, I wonder which celebrity that was.
Wow.
Yes. Interesting. In a statement, Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, dismissed the legal action as a quote-unquote blackmail attempt. Why's it got to be blackmail? Just throwing
right.
It's ridiculous. Mr. Combs, why do they say mistress? Okay. Who is in jail awaiting trial after being charged in September with sex trafficking and other offenses, denied the latest accusations. Well, okay.
Puffy hates the prison food, by the way. That's what I was reading the other day. Not a fan of the prison food.
Not a big fan of the food.
Yeah.
Jay-Z said in a statement posted to social media, "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a quote-unquote lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny." These two are very closely linked.
Good friends, yeah.
Yes.
Good friend, great friends.
I think the thing about this is, we're just spitballing here. Would anybody really doubt it if this was true? And I know that we talk about allegations. Allegations are they're all allegations, right? But in the court of public opinion, I think many people look at this and they go, okay, I could see that.
Considering how close they were, yeah.
My brother over on X at 5 times August tweeted this out. Nobody should be surprised by Jay-Z. Nobody should be surprised by Diddy. Nobody should be surprised by Harvey Weinstein. Nobody should be surprised by Epstein. This is their sick A-list Hollywood public figure behind the scenes culture. This is what they do. They know it. We know it. Everybody knows it. Yet the general public merrily goes on pretending to be shocked every time a new name comes out. Spoiler alert, it's all of them. If they didn't directly abuse, they enabled and protected the abuser. They're all guilty.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know we've had a couple of celebrities who've tried speaking out before, right? Like Macaulay Culkin tried, I think, at one point.
Well, and what happens is they kind of get shunned. They get pushed out because it's no longer part. They're no longer.
It's like
part
if
of the,
if you speak out, you have basically the entire like celebrity cabal being like, "Nah, this guy's a liar. He can't get work anymore because he was just bad. He's ostracized now. Like, why would you listen to some conspiracy theorist? Blah blah blah."
I was just really thinking about it. Who could be that female that was in the room? Oh, that's right, the Queen Bee. Potentially. I'm not one to throw out accusations, but if we're just spitballing and talking here.
Sure, J-Lo was there too.
Potentially J-Lo. Potentially, maybe. Who knows? Like I said, we're not throwing anything out. We're just talking, we're not accusing anybody. We're just talking about it. But do you think anything will happen? Will anything will actually come of this? Because
nothing ever happens.
No?
I bet you he settles.
Well,
it's probably going to be some kind of settling, if I had to imagine. Like, I I wish something would happen, but I can't see any of these like celebrities or politicians facing any repercussions for their actions, unfortunately.
They never do. And when they seem like they are, they end up accidentally committing suicide in some way, shape, or form. So
Yeah, you know, just two shotgun shots to the back of the head. Whoa, suicide.
I can't believe he did that to himself. It's crazy.
I know. It's crazy.
I think this speaks to a larger aspect of society and culture when you think of, I think my brother really nails it. Everybody knows this is going on. And just people just like, oh, I can't believe Jay-Z did that, or I can't believe Diddy did that, or whatever. When you see these clips of them talking about these events, and you wonder if society has changed so much in 20 years, 25 years, to where we look back on that in 1999 and 2000, and we were like, oh, ho hum, Diddy's sexually assaulting a woman, ho ho ho, but obviously we look back on this now. I mean, there's nothing awesome about that at all, and I don't think anybody, like, it was almost laughed off. There was people that were there was a clip of him on like Jimmy Fallon or Jay Leno or something talking about these Diddy parties, and you see him talking about it, and the audience is like laughing about we get buck wild at these parties and blah, blah, blah. And then you go back and you see the videos of him with Justin Bieber, and you're like, whoa, that's really messed up.
Yeah.
People just kind of put it together.
I think it's part of like the celebrity worship kind of culture, where it's like people kind of put the celebrities on a pedestal. So even when a celebrity does something bad, you have the people who are like, oh yeah, I'm vindicated, all celebrities are bad, screw them. And then the people who are like, oh, but he was so famous and rich, how could he do this? Famous and rich people don't do bad things. It's like the two opposite sides of the coin.
You guys ever known any famous people? Like super famous, traditional quote unquote celebrities?
No, I don't know anyone personally.
No? Flash, you know any super celebrities?
No. I've met a couple, but
I've interviewed a few. But
hoity-toity for you, huh?
No, I've interviewed a few for whatever. You know who I interviewed who was really, really nice? God, what was her name? Melissa McCarthy? Is that her name? The kind of the bigger woman who was kind of the flavor of the week about 5-6 years ago. Remember her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was really nice, and she was also she was in a movie with Rose Byrne.
Oh my God! Are you talking about that spy movie?
Yeah.
I love that movie. It's too funny. It's got Jude Law in it too.
Yeah, so I interviewed them when that movie came out, and Rose Byrne was very nice to me, but everybody who I talked to about her was like, she's just a raging bitch, and does so she put on a good face for our interview and such. So it's amazing how you hear these little stories along.
I can only imagine just like how incestuous and blackmaily the actual celebrity culture is. Or, like, again, we see the celebrities who try to speak out against nonsense that goes on in Hollywood get ostracized. So, like, there's incentive for people to, like, well, if you just shut up, you'll keep getting roles. You want to keep your connections. You're not going to speak out. You're not going to rock the boat.
Sigrun says, Kevin Spacey is the most dangerous man in Hollywood. Kaiser Sose wasn't just an act. Yes.
Yeah, if you want to get away with it, you can't come out as gay anymore. You gotta up the ante now.
That's right.
He's laid the groundwork. If anyone accuses you, just kill him.
The Grateful Gamer says, Craig, you've already been banned. Speaking of the Game Awards, says, no way Keeley is letting you in. Would be hilarious to see you passing out the real Game Awards flyers. Sorry, I hadn't seen John Wick 4 either. Flash is right. Watch the raid and the new Dread. Thanks, Grateful
Now I
Gamer.
want to see artwork of Craig being carried out of the Video Game Awards by two bodyguards. Keeley on stage looking sad. Craig holding his like little awards that he 3D printed, being like, "I'm the real Game Awards."
I'm the real. Got them all here. I'm like running around. I have like 10.
Man, you got to watch Dread.
Here's the thing about Dread is the first Judge Dredd movie.
Yeah, that's nothing like that movie.
I am the law.
Oh, this is way better. This is what we should have gotten.
Why?
Watch it, because it's fucking banger action movie.
All right, maybe
Every
I'll watch.
scene is him shooting a gun or.
Okay, I was just turned off by the movie that was 30 years prior to it.
Yeah, they're nothing alike.
That's all.
Nothing alike.
Spicy says, "Hello, Craig. Is there any chance of you bringing on Chris Chappelle from Gamers Unbeaten / China Uncensored? You've always had amazing guests. Love the show. I'm not familiar with Chris Chappelle of Gamers Unbeaten and China Uncensored, but Blabs will put him on the list to explore and see if Chris Chappelle of Gamers Unbeaten and China Uncensored could be a great guest." Thank
The
you,
chat
Spicy.
is totally on my side, by the way.
Okay.
They say you should shut your hole and watch the movie. Somebody
Shut
said.
your hole.
Shut your normal hole.
That's right. A normal, stupid hole.
Gotta specify that it's normal, not agitated, not gaped, just a normal hole.
That's right. Ugh. Did you say gaped?
Dread and the Raid came out at the same time, and they're kind of like the same concept. That's why I said, have you seen Dread? Because Raid and Dread are kind of the same movie.
All right. Hayden came in and says, Kirsche and Flash on Side Scrollers is always a great show with these two. Flash, when you start playing Kingdom Come, combat will be difficult. You'll have to build up your skills, but I think you're going to enjoy it, bro.
Hell yeah.
There you go. Kingdom Come right there.
Yeah, I was gonna play this. I've already pre-ordered the second one, and I was just gonna skip the first one, but Hayden was scolding me about it, so I'm gonna play it. I ordered it on Amazon yesterday.
Hey, Hayden, keep up with keep doing what you're doing, man. I've been watching your videos. You've been doing a great job, man. Keep it up.
Yeah, Hayden's been doing great.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Jose Salazar came in with the $99 and oh boy, look at that. Look at those physics right there. It says, hi, Side Scrollers, hi, Flash and Kirsche. I hope you guys are doing well, and thank you for everything you guys do. Hope your arm gets better, cool Fox Maiden.
Thank you. I hope it gets better soon, too. I want feeling back in my left hand.
Huh. Thank you, Jose. Appreciate that. Look at that. That's great. I pray for your feeling there, Kirsche.
Let me hit up some local tips real fast.
Please.
Spoon Ninja for $1 says, did someone say my name? And it's Arnold Schwarzenegger as Harry Potter. Spoon Ninja also says, that looks awesome in regards to your trophies, Craig. And then Spoon Ninja also says, you can play John Wick in Payday 2. Though it's not voiced by Keanu, there is a poster reference to Payday 2 in the movie. Interesting. Well, Thank you. Thank you for your super.
All right. Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Anything over on Rumble, Blabs? Blabs?
Oh, well, are you okay?
I'm going through puberty over here.
Yeah, we got a lot of Rumble rants. All right. CG Hero for 5 says, Craig, you should tell Blabs that you'll stop saying along the way for an entire week if she watches an Arnold movie. I'd rather him say along the way. It's more fun.
Okay.
B. Barrett says, it's pronounced Ninja Gaiden. Huh.
Gaiden.
Okay.
Hi.
Bentley says, hey, Side Scrollers, with my Georgia Bulldogs getting a win against Texas this past weekend, can Blabs give us a go Dogs? Please and thank you. Also, Flask is gay for coffee. Flask.
Put the Buddha on the dog.
Lance says, Craig, you've said you want to find a group for developing games. Look up Radiant Media Developers on X. RMD is a group who wants to tell good stories whose goal to make culture worth seeing. Volt says, oh, sorry, go on.
I was going to say that's excellent. I'll certainly look them up. And that's
Hire
something
me.
that I fully intend on doing. What's that?
Yeah, hire me.
Flash,
I'll do voice acting for you, baby.
Well, hey, I 100% want to get into game development or publishing or something along those.
I'm your man.
Oh yeah, Flash. What do you do?
Nothing, just like the rest of them.
Okay, sounds good.
I got the power of voices. That's my one speciality.
Volt.
We will use you.
This Kirsche is here, the last reliable source of news, Foxu News.
I am the true Fox News. Your grandfather loves me.
Jared says, I read that this movie Ballerina that's coming out, that the movie will be set somewhere between John Wick 3 and 4, and I do hope that this movie will be good. MacLeod says, John Wick turned into a giant commercial for Taran Tactical a couple movies ago. They're just driving into the ground. And we do have a really big Super Rumble rant, I should say, coming right up. But let me get to Marmalin first. McClucken was also the rare defender of Michael Jackson. Makes you think.
You said we had a big one?
Yep, right here. Mark of Reality for $50. The chat is always on Flash's side. Now watch Dread.
All right.
And we are caught up on Rumble. Thank you very much, Rumble and locals.
Enjoy those jiggles right there. That's wonderful.
You need to watch Dread tonight to make up for this sin.
Tonight?
Yeah.
You know what I watched last night?
Sin.
Let me tell you what I watched
Probably
last
something
night.
gay.
It was super gay. I watched, and listen, every wrestling fan from the late 90s, early 2000s will look back at this movie with a positive, or, you know, they'll have some sort of reaction to it. I watched Ready to Rumble last night, which was
Is that the movie with the garbage men? I've seen it.
Well, it's a wrestling movie that takes place as WCW was dying, and they tried to prop it up with this movie, and that's the movie that had David Arquette as one of the stars in it that led him to winning the world championship. Anyways, I watched that movie last night. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. But tonight I'll watch Dread. Okay?
Good.
It sounds good.
That movie's got some funny scenes. I remember they're eating their lunch and there's like shit coming out of the septic tank truck or whatever they had.
It is very sophomoric, but at the same time, love it.
I have some breaking news.
Oh shit! Hold on. Do we need the? Yes, here. Kirsche, what do we got?
A person of interest was nabbed Monday in the fatal shooting of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, busted possibly trying to use a fake ID in a McDonald's, law enforcement sources said. The man, who sources say is being eyed for the cold-blooded targeted execution in front of a Manhattan hotel last week, allegedly had a manifesto on him when he was taken into custody by cops in Altoona, Pennsylvania. He also had a gun, silencer, 4 fake IDs, and other items consistent with what authorities were looking for in the case.
What?
Okay. Why is he using a fake ID? What do you need an ID for in McDonald's?
Right.
I don't know.
Okay. Just
none of them sell alcohol here, I'm pretty sure.
And when was the last time you were asked?
It's like a Europe thing.
Yeah,
well, it's like...
Go ahead,
I don't know what they'd be IDing him for at a McDonald's. That's weird. I mean, maybe it's a McDonald's that serves alcohol?
Are there any of those in America that's not an airport?
I have no idea.
Nothing. Okay, just first initial reaction to this. This doesn't make sense. You know, let's react to this video in real time. You want to see what they have to say here?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's see what they got going on.
Hey, Harris. Well, we never know exactly how quickly these things are going to move. All morning I've been in Central Park.
Well, it's the same lady from the Penny thing that we watched earlier.
She's all over the world.
She's got the breaking news.
Everything they can to find what I was told was the weapon because they couldn't track it down. Now investigators and NYPD police sources, Harris, telling Fox News that they believe they found a man who matches that same description of the gunman who killed that CEO in Midtown Manhattan. They found him at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Okay, that's like a 5-hour drive from where we are right now. We knew that the person of interest had possibly hopped on a bus and fled town. Now we're being told they believe they have that person of interest in Altoona, Pennsylvania. So we kind of talked about this earlier when I checked in with you. Person of interest, suspect, they're keeping it at person of interest right now, and they're just saying he matches the description. But not only does he match the description for people watching at home, he also, according to investigative sources who are telling Fox News, he had the weapon they believe was used in this murder in his pocket. So this is what happens, I'm told, from police, and it's still developing. But this person's at this McDonald's in Altoona. We've been putting these pictures out all across the country because it's been a nationwide manhunt. So they've been asking people, do you recognize this man in the photo? We want to talk to him. We think he was linked to this ongoing investigation. Well, somebody, Harris, said that McDonald's in Pennsylvania recognized him, called it into local police, and here we are right now. So if this ends up panning out and they are going to question this guy in Pennsylvania, we could have a huge break in this case. This comes as that CEO is having a private funeral right now in Minneapolis area where he was from. He was just in town for business where he was gunned down. Back out here live, you know, the question is, what's the motive at this time?
Okay. So, a lot of questions here, and the chat's bringing up some, like, why would he still have the gun, of all things?
I don't know.
It's a souvenir.
I can post the link, but it's got like a, I don't know if it's a paywall or a login wall, but 31 minutes ago, Andy Newman said the handwritten manifesto found on the person of the man detained in Altoona criticized healthcare companies for putting profits above care, according to a senior law enforcement official.
Okay.
If you archive it, it should get past the paywall.
Okay.
Okay. There's also a wonderful site called nopaywall.com. Is that right, Blabs? Nopaywall.com? Remember that one I was telling you about?
Yeah, but you told me about it.
Yeah, I know.
I wasn't sure if like the archive would archive like the live update
Usually
pages,
it'll oh yeah, I don't know. But usually if you archive the page, the paywall pop-up thing doesn't come in. That's a
There's
trick I learned a long time ago.
Another Andy Newman update 4 minutes ago. I can't even load the archive.is website. It must be overloaded right now. But Andy Newman, I guess I can post the Discord link to this, right? Show the screenshot maybe.
Sure, we can give it a go.
Let's see if that works.
You know, we know we're kind of going on. We had all this gaming stuff to talk about today, but hey, this is
the breaking news.
Yeah, okay, here we go. This is
The man being questioned in Altoona in connection with the killing of Brian Thompson is Luigi Mangione. Mamma mia!
Mamma
26.
mia!
According to 3 law enforcement officials, Mangione, who was detained in a McDonald's this morning, was carrying identifications with his name on it, along with fake ID. Why would you have your real ID and the fake IDs with you at the same time? Come on now, man.
Agreed.
Come on.
Yeah, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. There's a lot of convenience here.
Can I just laugh about his last name? By the way, you're saying it wrong. It's called Mangione, and it just means like you eat a lot of food. Like you're a big eater.
That's
so
why
he
he's
was
at McDonald's.
Luigi Big Eater.
Luigi Mangione. See, we are tying it back to video games here with Luigi right here. We got to get Nintendo's comment
Where's his
on
mansion?
Yeah, right. But there's a lot here that doesn't make sense, right? The idea that, once again, why does this guy have a gun? The idea that he had a gun, a silencer.
Uh-oh, be careful. People are going to say you should be saying suppressor.
Oh, okay. 4 fake IDs and other items consistent with items we're looking for. Blabs, see if you can do a little digging on Luigi Mangione. Is that right? Did I say it right?
I just give up on you guys. It's fine.
Okay, thanks, Blabs. Appreciate that. Do a little real life digging in real time to see what's going on with Luigi Mangione.
I got a lot of shit for saying silencer in my post a couple days ago. It's I've never fucking touched a suppressor.
So
I don't know shit about them. I've never
when I play
used
Crime Boss and the character's voice lines are like changing my clip, my chat's like you're not a clip, it's a magazine. Just call it a clipazine. Make everyone happy.
Interesting. Also very interesting that he just happened to be found the exact same time as the CEO's funeral. You know, like just a lot of weird things being thrown down here. What? If you just murdered, and by the way, like finding a manifesto that just happened to say these things in it, it's like, okay, all right, you know.
I think the dumbest thing is just like, okay, this guy managed to assassinate a high value target in broad daylight on the street, escape from that, plant evidence for police to find that's like a joke. They found his backpack with like Monopoly money, and it took them 3 days to find that, and yet somehow he still had his real ID on him along with all the fake IDs. That just seems kind of silly to me.
Maybe he's really proud of the manifesto. It's like
I mean, maybe
he wants to have it proofread. He was going to ask somebody there to proofread it.
Please proofread my manifesto in the McDonald's.
Gotta cross his T's and dot his I's, Craig.
I like maybe the gun is a family heirloom, so that's why he didn't get rid of that.
Grandpa gave it to him many years ago.
Yeah, before Grandpappy got out of the mob.
It's his favorite suppressor. You know?
Silencer.
His lucky suppressor. He's got to take it everywhere.
Poor guy got arrested while ordering an extra value meal. Like, man.
He went back in to complain because there wasn't enough fries.
See
your ID, sir.
There have been too many of these news stories recently that are just so fantastical. It genuinely makes me feel like I'm living in a simulation. Like this and the Kobayashi case, both just insane.
Kobayashi case?
So in a TLDR, there's a woman named Hannah Kobayashi that lives in Hawaii. She had a boyfriend and they bought tickets to go to a concert in New York City. They broke up, but they still, like months later, both took the flight to LA. Her boyfriend got on the connecting flight from LA to New York and showed up there for the concert. However, she did not get on the connecting flight to New York. She was seen on some security cameras a couple of days later. Her family had reported her as a missing person. Nobody knew where she was. Her father flew to Los Angeles to try and help the search for her. And then a couple of days after her father joined the search for her, he turned up dead, and police were like, this is 100% suicide. He jumped from a parking garage, and his death was multiple blunt force trauma. And he's like, well, wait a minute, hold on. That's a little weird that you're reporting it as multiple blunt force trauma. And also, he just gave an interview about how he was hopeful about finding his daughter. Why would he off himself, like the next day? That doesn't make any sense. And then the family was like, oh, well, we think she might be involved in a green card visa marriage scam. And it turns out that the information we didn't have that I read yesterday was that her husband was imported from Argentina and was in Hawaii with her, and they got married after she broke up with her boyfriend before the concert flights. And then she got on the flight to LA, not only with her ex-boyfriend, but with her new husband and her husband's girlfriend. And I'm just like, what is happening with this story? And then they also found out that she got a bus to go to the border and crossed into Mexico, and that was the last time she was seen on like the 11th. And there was some sort of mysterious guy that she ended up meeting up with before she went to Mexico at the bus station. And he was like, yeah, she was such a free spirit. We knew each other for about 9 hours and we fell asleep together in the bus station. And it's like, who does that? That's
Right.
not normal.
Well, and that's the TLDR, huh?
Yeah, that's the TLDR. That's as much as I can condense it.
Wow. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of TL at all in that. It's just a lot of information.
It's crazy. I'm invested in that story.
Man, listen. We got to stop talking about video games and just start talking about crime all day, Blabs. That's all.
True crime scrollers.
That's right. Hey, Matthew came in and says, I can't focus on any of these stories with you guys. You guys talking about Kirsche jumping up and down too much. Man, I wouldn't mind sleeping on those pills. Hey, keep it calm, Matthew. Thank you very much for that with your Canadian monies. And why don't you try sleeping on those pillows right there from Court 8610 over on
Sleep
TikTok.
good on them things.
Don't need Tempur-Pedic anymore.
That's right.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on to this story I wanted to talk about. And obviously is the thumbnail for the day, and that is Ubisoft, bringing it back to video games here. Whew. All right. It has almost been, not confirmed, but this is where things are going, as there's been a lot of talk about Ubisoft the last few days, as this was right on Friday as this was coming out, as Ubisoft's share price skyrocketed amid rumors that Tencent was engaged in buyout talks. Now, Ubisoft has seen a lot of trouble over the last year or so in particular. They've had bomb after bomb after bomb. And Tencent has a minority share in their company, but enough to really have an opportunity to go in and have some say in how the company goes. Now, before we get into kind of what's going to happen here, what could potentially happen here, I think this actually ties in well, Kirsche, with one of the things that you talk about with DEI and everything. The idea that Tencent, being a Chinese company, really pushing the idea of DEI into these companies, causing that company to lose money and undervalue itself, for them only to go in and acquire the company at a much cheaper rate than they would have, almost like corporate espionage. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I mean, you said what I was pretty much going to say. Like, it doesn't surprise me that Tencent is going to come in and try and buy this, especially because we know that China does fund ESG in American corporations. Razor Fist has a couple of videos on it that I intend to watch just to see how much information he's gathered that I could relate to what I've been looking into. So it's not surprising, in my opinion.
To push this home a little bit further, I'm not familiar with this website at all, tweaktown.com. Have you guys ever seen this before?
Never heard of it.
No? Okay, well,
Derek... Is it run by recovering drug addicts?
That'd be the only way they hire people. How much heroin have you done this in the past week? And do you promise to never do it again? That's right. That's right. the very small Venn diagram of recovering drug addicts and video game journalists, or maybe there's actually a very big Venn diagram there, a crossover. But they say, according to an industry expert, that Ubisoft is going to be privatized and dismantled in 2025, essentially selling off all their assets. This is courtesy of an industry expert named Joost van Drunen. I've never heard of Joost. I've never heard of this
I'm sure
person
Juice
before.
Van Drunen of Tweak
like-
Town is a very
It's a real hard-hitting journalist.
Well, this is courtesy of Juiced Van Drunen, who is a video game. Once again, take this all as a grain of salt, but it says Ubisoft is heading for privatization and dismantling in 2025, with its share price plummeting from $28.19 to $12.30 year over year. The company has become an attractive takeover target. Its valuable assets, particularly Rainbow Six Siege and the Assassin's Creed franchise, could be worth more separately than together. The upcoming Assassin's Creed Shadows faces stiff competition from PlayStation's Ghost of Yotoi, and recent failures suggest deeper. Did I say it wrong?
yeah. I just thought it was funny that you said it Yotoi.
Yote?
I think it's Yote.
Yote. How's that? The Ghost of Yote. And recent failures suggest deeper organizational issues beyond individual game performance. Ubisoft's development approach remains stubbornly outdated in an era demanding player engagement and community building. Without a fundamental shift in how they develop and maintain games, they risk further alienating both investors and players. The X-Defined shutdown is just another failed launch and a symptom of a company that insists on catering to a passive audience while failing to recognize the urgency to rethink distribution. This is actually a really good statement here. It's a symptom of a company that insists on catering to a passive audience. Man, that's actually a great statement.
I'm not exactly sure what they mean by that.
So the way I read it is they're catering to an audience that does not spend money. That, you know, when you talk about the pronoun police and trans scars and, well, I guess that's not in their game, but the alphabet aspect of things.
I feel like that's a very normie take on the situation, right? Because these companies aren't pushing these things in order to make profit right now, which seems antithetical to how a company should be operating. Companies should be trying to make a profit. They have a fiduciary responsibility to their shareholders. But what has been going on, and what is my firm opinion based on everything I've read this year, companies are foregoing the short-term profit for the long-term cultural victory. And if some companies like Ubisoft shutter in the meantime, these are acceptable losses to these ideologues in order to obtain the cultural victory that they want. Which is why we see all these remakes of old IPs, all these remakes of old games, old movies, done in the modern audience kind of way. The modern audience does not exist right now. They are trying to create it. If the newer generations only see the new stuff that they create and they don't have access to the old things, like physical media is being phased out, it's getting harder to find some of the older things online without sailing the high seas, they're only going to know what these ideologues have created, which is bastardization of original IPs. And it's incredibly sad to think about, but it's also something that I think we can still beat as long as people understand what's going on and don't celebrate victory too early.
Mm-hmm. This is, I don't know, Flash, you got anything on Ubisoft as a whole?
Yeah, I hope they go out of business.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see a company, the company truly like go out of business, but I do think that they'll stay in business by selling off their assets, for sure.
I mean, I definitely don't think they'll stay in
of what it
business
was.
as they are. Yeah, they'll either get bought by Tencent or they'll be divided up and have IPs go to different companies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody needs to buy Rayman. Nintendo would be good.
Yeah, Nintendo for sure is lined up with them. Absolutely, I definitely agree. I think that this will probably wait until the buyout will happen if Tencent does come in and buy. Because we're talking about two separate things: Tencent coming in and buying out the company in its entirety, or the idea of them privatizing and selling everything off. So there's, based off the conversations that we're having, there's one or two directions. And I think that if they go private, that'll be sooner than later. I think that if they get sold to Tencent, it'll be sooner than later. And by that I mean probably right after the start of the new year. Just a hunch on that. All right, let's go to another. Man, I'll tell you, we've talked about games failing in 2024 a lot. There's been a lot of failures, but I'll tell you one game that has not failed. Marvel Rivals. Have you guys checked this game out yet?
I have not, but I've seen it doing really well.
I downloaded it on Steam. I hear nothing but good things. And everybody looks like a superhero. The men and women look like Greek gods, as they should.
Right.
And it's doing well.
I think that's been one of the biggest conversation points about this game is when you do look at the characters in it. My God, they definitely look like superheroes, as you said.
Wolverine's costume, though, is shit.
Right.
What is that?
What does his
fucking
costume
jacket?
look like?
It's a jacket.
Oh.
Like has the color scheme of his regular suit. Magneto's costume also is just pure dog shit. I don't know what they were thinking there, but
Maybe they're
other
giving
than
you
that,
a dog shit default costume so they can sell you the good
sell
costume
you the
later.
skins. Yeah, that crossed my mind. It'd be a
right.
good business idea.
Legendary Drops, a creator that I've really enjoyed his stuff. I've seen his channel grow, just blow up over the last 6 months or so. Said this: Concord failed because live service is too competitive and hero shooters are dying. Marvel Rivals, legally distinct hot Ginchi, says otherwise, right? And
it's a great point.
You're talking about currently right now 350,000 players playing this game. All-time peak 480,000 players, and this will continue to rise throughout the day. This is massive. And so much so that it passed over 10 million players, unique players, in 72 hours.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Keep in mind, though, Craig, that's just the Steam number. This game's free on Xbox and PlayStation, so it's probably over 1 million players.
Well,
because
imagine
50%,
that. When you have your women
50%
attractive people buy it.
50% is of sales are also from console, so it would just be a good estimated guess. There's probably over 1 million people playing it.
Well, you look at all the characters. I mean, here's the thing: people talk about how Marvel is in a tough spot. These are still characters that people have an affinity for. Whether it's Hawkeye or Captain America or even Star-Lord, right? You have people who have some sort of emotional attachment. So when they're presented in a way that is appealing, and this goes back to Concord, I think in a major way. I said this back then, and I say this now. People go, "Oh, the woke stuff didn't play a part of it." Fuck you. Yes, it did, absolutely, because you have to it goes back to you're judging a book by its cover, right? The Concord characters look ugly as fuck. These characters look awesome.
I'm surprised they didn't have one in a wheelchair.
And I wanted to. Someone in chat asked how this game was able to be made when Disney's inundated with DEI. I'll tell you a secret. NetEase is a Chinese company owned by Ding Lei, who is a Chinese billionaire businessman. China's not going to be drinking their own poison, baby.
Yeah. But I said, we'll make them sexy or we won't make it.
And you can see the characters here. I mean, this looks fucking awesome. All these characters, they look great. Everyone from Spider-Man. I mean, they all got the big old
Squirrel
fucking belly
Girl
chest.
Also, not just thick, she also has a thigh gap.
No. Now we
She's,
know.
I think 2 for 1 there.
I feel like you can't be thick if you have a thigh gap.
Yeah.
Well, they made it
That
happen.
makes no sense.
Cares? It's a game where people can manipulate metal.
Fair point.
There's been a lot of talk about the characters already. I haven't had a chance to play this yet, but apparently Bucky is incredibly overpowered in the game, the Winter Soldier. Let's check
Is
this
that the shark?
out. Bucky is
Bucky Barnes.
Yeah, Bucky Barnes. He's the Winter Soldier. Captain America is best friend growing up.
I don't know Marvel people. I'm sorry.
That's
I just know people were talking about the shark character being OP.
Here we go.
Oh, I've seen some videos of him. He's just murdering everybody in all the clips.
Let's check this
Jeff
out.
the Shark.
I haven't seen this yet.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What the hell is going on with his arm?
Did he
I've
squat
never
wipe?
seen him do that.
Oh my god.
How horrifying.
He's got tentacles.
Oh man.
Dr.
Does he do that
Octopus.
in the comics now? I don't know. I've only read the Winter Soldier arc and the brief arc where he became Captain America. I don't remember him doing that, but maybe it's changed.
Well, he's got tentacle arm now, so there's that, and a lot
Yeah,
of
who cares? I guess
a lot of anime folks got really excited about that. Rev came in with this as well. says, which way, Western gamer? And you can very clearly see the side-by-side comparison of player count here. So
which way, Western man?
Yes.
I'm just wondering, right? Like if China is
looking sexy
releasing these games like this for the Western audience, it makes me wonder what their end game will be, because China is very censorious in their own game industry and in their own population. So it's kind of like, are they dangling a carrot in front of us to then sort of pull some sort of rug later on? I'm not really sure.
I definitely need to give this a go. Apparently, it's like an Overwatch clone, kind of, with its own.
Kill Overwatch.
It may. That's actually interesting. I'm curious to see, now that you say that, what does the player base for Overwatch look like right now, when you're, comparison to Marvel Rivals. So, yeah, I mean, it's amazing to see. Overwatch 2 right now currently has 21,000 players playing it.
The biggest update that game's had is pronouns.
Bingo. And let's check out Overwatch 1, and let's see. Oh, is Overwatch 1 not on Steam? Okay.
I think it's just all Overwatch 2 now. Because isn't
okay.
that game just basically like DLC to Overwatch 1?
It was an update. The whole thing with Overwatch 2 was that they were going to make a mode that they ended up dropping, like halfway through development. So, but I think it's great. It's great to see. There's a lot of hype around this game leading up to it, and it is delivered. So awesome. Good for Marvel's Rivals. Blab, do you have any interest in checking out Rivals?
I might, but honestly, no, not really. I got like a whole backlog of games I gotta try. So.
Well, enough. A lot of other YouTubers are playing it, so I would jump in some games. I downloaded it. I know Demian wants to play it. And
it's so hot right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to another game that's so hot right now. And I think we didn't get a chance to talk about this the other day, but I do think it's important to talk about this. The new Indiana Jones is out, and we were not really high on this leading up to it. There's a lot of black flags or red flags leading up to this. The idea
the
that
review embargo.
Right, exactly.
That usually doesn't scream confidence. So I was kind of surprised that the reviews were so good after that.
Right.
Because usually when you hear review embargo, the game is mostly just not very good.
Right. Kirsche, are you a big Indiana Jones fan?
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a fan. I think they're pretty all right, but like I don't like go out of my way to watch the stuff or play the stuff.
I think for me, I wanted this game, and I talked about this last week. I wanted this game to be good. I very much did, and apparently it's done very, very well. So much so that people are giving it 9s, 8s, 9s, and 10s. And like I said, there was a lot of going back to the narrative designer and the game making a game for the modern audience, and everything that was talked about leading up to it. And I told this to Blabs the other day, like when you get something wrong, you got to be honest about it. And I'm totally fine with eating crow when it comes to a game that is released and actually is done very well. So, but gameplay prior to it did leak online, and it got promptly pulled. We have the wonderful Puerto Rican Pistolero came in. He's in our sphere as well. He said he really enjoyed it. He's impressed with it. One of the things about this game, IGN, by the way, gave it a 9 in their review, which is higher than the standard 7. So that's good.
Yeah, they saved that number for such game classics as Veilguard.
That's true. And by the way, we didn't even get a chance to talk about Time's top games of the year. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. But because just for the record, they gave Veilguard their #1 game of the year.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Amazing.
That is laughable.
But there are points in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle that allow you to relive the iconic opening scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Have you seen this footage being passed around?
No.
So check this out. This obviously the top is the end game. The bottom is the classic movie. It goes shot for shot, back and forth.
That's pretty
between the
impressive.
two. I'm down with it. Sounds cool, And I
that
love
character looks exactly like the movie counterpart too. Like the Indiana Jones one, you can tell it's a video game character, but the other guy, identical.
Well, and it goes to first person mode, tossing it over there. I love that they did this. And apparently, I saw somebody say this is actually the worst part of the game. I'm like, if this is the worst part of the game, I'm on board with what's going on here. This is great.
Yeah, this is like the tutorial, which is cool.
Perfect. Like this is exactly what I want.
I want to play it.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna wait for the sale though, because I've got a bunch of other games I need to play.
Do you notice they limited the blood here on this guy? Here,
of course,
in the movie.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's just a haircut in the game.
Blabs is saying that this is a game that I need to play.
Yeah, I do think you should, because you said you were a big fan of Indiana Jones, so why not try it out for yourself? Because let's be honest, a lot of reviews and comments and things, nobody actually finished the game yet. So why not just ignore everything else that people are saying, try it out for yourself, unbiased and everything.
Ignore it all. Ignore it all.
I'm just gonna wait for the PS5 version.
Well, it is released on Steam right now, and it is it's growing right now. It has 11,000 people playing it, but you can see it just kind of came out, and this was the early access aspect of it. People got early access to it, and now it's going to be popping up. I think this will probably cap out at 40,000 people.
It's
35.
tough to judge it based on this though, because it's a Game Pass game. Most people are gonna just pay the $5 or whatever it costs now for Game Pass to play it there. I mean, and there'll probably be a lot of churn from that too.
Right. Well, good for Indiana Jones. Stupid ass name. I still say that. What is it? The Circle of the Great Circle? It's a horrible name.
A great circle.
Right. It's a horrible, horrible name. But good for it. I mean, look, if something gets wrong, we have no problem saying we were wrong. And I think you call a spade a spade.
It looks like it was made by people that love the franchise. It reminds me, not so much in style of game, but the RoboCop game, like nailing the aesthetic and the feel of the franchise. Because that RoboCop game did that perfectly. I don't know if you played that, but it's a fucking great game.
You shoot people in the balls in that game. It's great. I said this over on X. I said, it sounds like the new Indiana Jones is good. That's amazing to hear. And I think we should definitely talk about that, because a lot of people go, you guys don't want indie games to be successful. No, that's the opposite. We want these games to be massively successful, right? We want the video game industry to be extremely healthy. But I said a lot of gamers have been extremely skeptical, including us, to which I think is very fair based off the track record of gaming these days. With that said, it's nice to be proven wrong and eat a little crow. I never doubt or have issues with people being or pausing when it comes to these type of reactions, because it's like once you've been slapped, you're like, oh, okay, don't do it again. Then you get slapped again, you're like, oh, it kind of has that.
You become more cautious each time there's a slapping.
Right. So which means when there's actually a good game, means you appreciate it that much more. Yeah. Gain a little bit of that trust back before they slap your ass back down again.
I guess we've got to apologize to that queerdo non-binary guy that gave it when he talked about modern. This is Indiana Jones for modern audiences.
Yeah. You gonna apologize, Flash? Go ahead.
Sorry, Zezer.
Yeah. Hey, got it wrong. And that's good for you. Good for you for nailing it. Congratulations. All right, let's finish up here with a couple notes from Kirsche. But first, Alec Baldwin's finger came in with a $50 super chat. Says, pack it all up and send it to the chop shop. Time for the French to give up Ubisoft. Thank you so much, Alec Baldwin's finger. Appreciate that.
Getting out the guillotine for Ubisoft.
That's right. Can you just imagine the Yves Guillemot, the CEO of Ubisoft, just lying there waiting for the guillotine just to flap his head off? God.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, it'd be the worst. People talk about like they look back on these time periods. I don't think I'd ever want, I have zero desire to live during that time period. The Renaissance or the medieval times. Oh my God, that'd be horrendous.
Like when you lived in your little hut with your pigs and fucking sheep to stay warm in the winter. Right. Imagine how those homes probably smelt, those peasant homes. Because the animals would shit and piss in there too.
Ew.
Wonderful feedback on that, Kirsche. Ew. All right, let's go to this. We have a couple things for Kirsche before we say au revoir. Number one, I have bad news for you, Kirsche. I know that you are in your words, Asmongold is your husbando.
Oh no.
Yes. I don't know if you've seen this, which I'm sure you have, because chances are you are sniffing his laundry and you knew this. But Asmongold revealed that he went 6 years without ever doing laundry.
Wait, Blabs tagged me in this. It should be like at the top of the responses.
It's nasty, bro.
Oh,
yeah, there's Blabs.
Yep. So
I responded with a massive cope. Like, I can do his laundry. Don't worry about it. He doesn't have to do it. I can do the laundry.
I didn't even respond. I was like, oh my god.
What is it about this guy?
Ew.
Well, you know, he's not the typical dude, right? I spent many years being an MMO gremlin like Asmongold. So it's kind of like, it's very relatable in a way. Like, I don't live as disgustingly anymore.
Well,
and it's a good thing. It's a good thing that he said, like, you know, don't live like me, and now he's finally cleaning up his stuff, so it's probably gonna help his mental quite a lot, I hope. But when I was an MMO goblin, like, I wouldn't even bring like my water bottles to the trash can. So like I would have to walk through a sea of water bottles all over my floor. I wouldn't cook like real meals. Like Asmongold has his $2 steaks and his weird freezer pizzas. I would eat like burrito bread, like I'd get the soft tortilla bread, and I'd put cheese on it with oregano, and I'd cook it in the toaster oven. And then I would put pickles and ketchup and mustard on it, roll that up and eat it. Like that would be my meal, okay? Like
you can literally see Blabs hurting right now.
Kirsche can fix him.
I can make him better, all right?
She can fix him.
The power of love will regrow his hairline.
You will fix him so hard, won't you, Kirsche?
I'm going to tell you, doing laundry sucks. And if I was as rich as him, I'd probably just buy new clothes too.
Well, that's what he said he was doing. And it's like, I mean, I kind of get it, right? Because it's like, if you're too lazy to do the laundry or you just don't care, you just buy a new thing. But like when I buy
some
clothes,
new white tees.
I like the clothes, so I want to wear the clothes multiple times, and I don't want to wear them if they're stinky, so I do laundry.
So, anyways.
Yeah, he should just buy a laundromat and just have them do his laundry. I don't.
What the hell is she talking about?
He wouldn't even need to buy a laundromat. He could just buy someone to do all of it for him.
That's true. Yeah, he's loaded, so.
But I think it's a good thing that he's doing all of the cleaning himself right now, because that will be very good for his mental state. It's kind of like a penance, right? He let this get so bad, so instead of just paying someone to clean it up for him, he's going to do all of the initial work. Maybe once he gets everything to a clean state, then he'll hire like a housekeeper or something. But I think it's a very good thing for him to do.
You know what would also work? Instead of buying a laundromat, why don't you just, I don't know, like hire a maid or a group of maids or something?
Why not do both?
You know?
Well, like, that's what I said. Maybe he'll hire a housekeeper to like maintain the cleanliness afterwards. But considering how bad he let things get, he sort of sees this as like I need to clean up my own mess to like kind of bring myself out of this hole that I got into.
Hire the maid to take the clothes to your laundromat. Now that's like a twofer.
True.
Right. All right. Well, congratulations on that. You know, have you actually had any conversations with Asmongold, Kirsche?
Only once, and I never responded to him because I got really anxious.
What? You were like,
I got terrified.
oh my gosh. All right. Well, maybe I'm just saying, maybe we can set that up. Probably not.
Maybe.
Oh my god. Has anybody made an Asmongold VTuber?
I don't think I've seen one.
Okay. You know, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make an Asmongold VTuber, or a VTuber that looks definitely not like Asmongold. Definitely not. All right. And he's going to do the exact same thing. He's going to have the facial hair, the white T-shirt. You're gonna have this, you know, the smell radiating from
Just
them.
Just give
him
dreadlocks.
I was gonna say you gotta give him like the big like Space Marine beef body. You know, make him look like Space Jesus.
Yeah. So there's that. But I think that's an untapped market. The non-Asmongold VTuber. That's a huge opportunity.
He's not that dirty. Look at his hair. Like,
he
spends
showers.
time on his hair. Yeah. he wouldn't. The hair
Dude, his
wouldn't be so
hair's not
straight
even
and nice.
brushed. What are you talking about?
Looks brushed. Go back to that image.
No. Look at
Yes,
it.
it is.
No.
that doesn't look brushed.
It
Are you
looks
blind,
clean.
Flash?
It,
Oh my
it
God.
looks, it looks
I've never
clean.
had hair that long, so I don't know how much you have to maintain it.
It looks clean, but it
It
doesn't
looks
look brushed.
clean. Like you could tell he showers. I don't,
What?
Yes,
Dude,
he does.
he looks smelly.
His hair would look
like,
10
ugh.
times worse if he didn't shower.
Well,
it
just
does
buy
not
him
look
the
oil
spice
and
bomb,
greasy.
easy.
You guys are really hurting me today. Like, I'm just fading away.
His hair
now.
looks pretty clean. And if-
Anyway.
you can't have hair like that and like not shower. You'd be able to tell.
Dude, are you shitting me right now? This hair is uncleaned hair and dirty.
No, that's
not
definitely
brushed.
showered, but
Yeah.
unbrushed.
It's unbrushed. It's
I wouldn't say
hell
freshly
crazy.
showered. I would say like maybe it's been a full day since his last shower, right? Like it's not super
At
greasy,
least.
but it's kind of messy.
At least one day.
What is
Don't
this,
even.
Assess Asmongold's hair
the
hour.
bottom people are coping real hard right now for Asmon. It's kind of weird.
I am a bottom.
All right,
my
hold
God.
on. What's that, Black? What's that, Kirsche?
When she set it up, I had to knock it down.
Knock that down pretty good. I was gonna go with another part of this segment, but you finished it right there. We'll definitely clip that and put that on.
Oh,
the
I
internet
almost
somewhere.
forgot. Blabs, how does it feel to be a racist?
Oh, it feels really great. It feels like every other day for the last couple of years.
Why are you racist?
Yeah, what happened?
She doesn't like the new casting for Harry Potter.
The
Oh, well, that's because it's shit.
Yeah.
You can only be a racist if you don't like it.
So here's the problem in like the community of the Wizarding world. Everyone's pretending like it didn't happen, but they're all really pissed off about it. And it's like a giant elephant in the room. But I actually had the balls to say something about it on YouTube, and they're all like, "Oh, I agree with you." Like I actually got a message from someone who has like a shit ton of followers on Instagram, like 80,000. Didn't even know who he was, and he was like, "Hey, I found your YouTube video. I thought it was great." And lo and behold, I'm 99% sure he's gonna go make a video saying this casting's shit. So I kind of inspired one person. So you know
Hell
what? I'll
yeah.
take it.
Way to go, Blabs.
Yeah.
Way to go. All right, do us a favor, guys. Hit the thumbs up button, and if you're new, make sure you subscribe. We'd love for you guys to come back tomorrow when we're back at this with Razor. We do have one more quick story here from Kirsche. Look, we have Jeff Keighley's award show coming up on Thursday. We have the nominations for the Real Game Awards opening up on Thursday as well, which the award show taking place in January. But we also have another award show happening here, Kirsche. Which did you want to talk about this a little bit? This is it's more or less the DEI awards.
Yeah, so there was an article that I read. I get the Bridge Smart Briefs every week, so I basically get articles that Bridge is promoting to industry insiders, and I can read these articles and sort of understand how the landscape of DEI is changing. I'm not predicting how DEI is changing. I'm not like making an assumption about where things will go. I'm reading exactly what they say they're going to do, and I've been correct this entire year. And so this article, a little bit of the ways down, they say, look no further than the world's biggest retailer, Walmart Inc., whose CEO, John Furner, appeared on CBS this morning to address changes to their DEI policy, which includes elimination of the term Latinx and replacing the acronym DEI with the term belonging. Walmart is not getting rid of DEI. Walmart is not removing any of their DEI policies. They are changing the acronym. They're changing the language. They're going to get rid of visible policy that people can point to and say, I'm going to bring a lawsuit against this, or I'm not going to buy from Walmart because they're doing DEI. The CEO said, what we're trying to do is ensure every customer, every associate feels welcomed here to shop and to feel like they belong. And what you're going to see over the next few months is a lot of companies dropping the equity portion of DEI, and they're all going to, in lockstep, start talking about inclusion and belonging especially. This was something Sherm talked about in their presentation back in June. Sherm said that it's time to try and make people feel included again because they need white men in order to continue pushing the ideology and have less criticism for what they're doing. And then if you scroll down a little bit more, it says the lesson is to get ahead of the narrative. And then they talk about George Floyd's murder because every DEI article mentions it. And they talk about like how the practices can be barely legal and corporate people don't want to be very risky. And then the guy talks about there are 5 truths that people need to understand when it comes to DEI. And one of them is called Truth 2, Visible Diversity is Becoming a Liability, but Invisible Diversity is a Huge Opportunity. Invisible diversity is something I've been talking about from Bridge since January this year. The entire goal of Bridge is to make DEI the DNA of a company, to make it the job of everyone at the company. So no DEI departments, no DEI officers, no DEI managers. Everyone just does the work. This article says, in the summer of 2020, being vocal about DEI was a sign of the times. Companies added DEI pages to their websites and made loud, bold, definitive commitments to how, where, and what they were going to invest in. Silence equaled compliance, and those who stood for nothing would be shamed. Today, the opposite strategy may be the winning one. For most companies, visible, loud diversity efforts may need to take a back seat to silent, bespoke, and dare I say it, invisible programs and policy changes. Again, I don't know why Robbie Starbuck keeps claiming victory every time he puts out another company saying we've won. I quote retweet him and show how we're not winning. They're just going underground. They're changing it in the way that Bridge wants it to change. The policies, like even in the companies who release statements like John Deere, Harley Davidson, Jack Daniels, all of them said in their announcements that they are committed to DEI. So I don't know how so many people are believing him when he says we're winning. It's kind of confounding to me. And then, truth number 5, you must decentralize and embed inclusive leadership into everyone's role by using Gen AI and or leadership training via outside experts. And using AI to increase diversity is something that Amazon has had in their white pages twice this year, I believe, in their financial reports. This is something that they've been trying to do. And so, again, it's not surprising that I'm reading this article in December when I've been talking about this since like March or April. And the guy who wrote this article, because you wanted to mention the awards as well, Doug Melville, he has a website where he talks about his... I'm on the wrong page here. Hold on. He has a website where he talks about his company, which he calls a disruptor company. And he has a whole bunch of videos for the Disruptor series with his Disruptor company, where he talks to people like Maria Shriver, Snoop Dogg, Catherine Schwarzenegger Pratt, and Charlemagne the God. Charlemagne the God is someone that Tim Pool made a video on saying, look, even Charlemagne is against DEI. He says that it's not good. But if you play the entire clip of Charlemagne, he says that DEI is good, it's just not working in its current iteration. It doesn't go far enough. So I was like, who's this Doug Melville guy? And there was a lady in some of his Disruptor series videos that is from a company called AdColor. And the AdColor website has an award show. And the award show says the 2024 nominees and honorees that are announced for the 18th annual AdColor Awards. What are the AdColor Awards? They are basically DEI awards. So everyone who is nominated for awards are people who are like CEOs who do stuff for progress. They're DEI officers, they're DEI programs, DEI commercials. They basically just give awards to all of these people who are pushing this ideology in the industry.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. And like if you look at the categories, they have like a rising star, rock star, innovator, change agent. The AdColor change agent uses their skill and power to enhance corporate culture and create a more equitable and inclusive environment for everyone connected to it. They call attention to the talents and potential of others around them, putting plans into action that exceed the scope of their professional role. And so it's basically just a complete bullshit award show to make sure people feel encouraged and empowered to keep pushing this ideology.
Jesus. DEI Executive of the Year. There you go, right there. When is this? Oh, by the way, I looked down here at the nominees and such. The marketing manager at Google is a nominee here. So, you know, Google, the #1 search engine in the world, handles their marketing. You know, just throwing it out there. It's just interesting. You always bring something to the show, Kirsche, and
yeah, I mean, I want more people to know what Bridge is, and I know there's a lot of people when it gets brought up in like comment sections, they're just like, oh, well, everyone will know what Bridge is because it's just another like renaming of DEI, and it's like it's not, and they're like, well, the money will run out, and it's like, well, let me give you the Bridge link, If you look at their website, they're not hurting for money. When you see how many companies are a part of their executive committee, part of their director team, part of their staff and contributors, their strategic advisors, when you see how many powerful companies are involved with Bridge, you begin to realize, like, okay, maybe this is something we should be paying attention to, because that's why all of these companies announce what they're doing all at the same time.
Way to bring it down there, Kirsche.
And I thank you for letting me talk about Bridge. I was like, I really, really want to get the word out there. I've been screaming about it all year.
It's sobering, you know. It's sobering because you think you're making a little headway, and you wonder what this looks like in the gaming space. You know, we were talking about, you know, who does does an excellent job is Master of the TDS. He does an excellent job, and he just last night did a live stream where he talked about the latest game coming from Sweet Baby Inc. Right, and in that he talked. He has an insider over at SPI, and he's like, yeah, nothing's changed. Like they've seen no pushback. Nobody's stopped working from them. You know, and everything's just moving forward. And there's been no repercussions to the blowback that they've seen, despite their games failing, despite this overwhelmingly resounding pushback from gamers as a whole in 2024. I mean, I can't think of a better example than Concord versus Marvel Rivals. I mean, there it is. It's right there, right in front of your face. Same genre, same everything. One blasting off, the other one literally, destroying an entire company.
And it's very sobering, but I never want people to feel demoralized, because that's what they want you to feel. They want you to be demoralized. They want you to give up. They want you to feel like it's hopeless, and it's not. Marxists might gain control for a small period of time, but they never actually win. Communism doesn't work.
That's what they were doing with DEI. It's like hate white people. Hate
just
yourself
stay
if you're a white
vigilant,
person.
pay attention, and know when people are giving you false promises.
All right, man, oh man, what it's always interesting to have you on, and good news, everybody. Kirsche's most likely going to be hanging out with us more in 2025, which is great.
Hell yeah!
Love that. It's going to be great.
Love that.
So mark it on your calendars. 2025 is going to be big for us over here, which is good.
Big.
All right, let's get to some super chats, and we're going to try to nail the ones that are specifically for y'all first, so we give you guys an opportunity to bounce. And so, Blabs, fire away.
Kirsche, are you related to Jeanette McMurdy by any chance?
No, but I can't hear her name without the Pink Guy song playing.
Okay, hang on, I gotta scroll, sorry. Let's see. For Flash, since Yellow Flash is breaking so many trends with his taste in coffee and margaritas, he might as well break another one and debut as a jacked VTuber. What do you say?
I'd like to make a VTuber thing. It'd be better than just having an avatar bar.
Yeah, we could be two cartoon people peas in a pod.
That's right.
And I'll do my fake not so Asmongold one.
I don't know where to start to learn how to make this stuff, though.
I mean, I just pay people who know how to do it.
Polydan says, hi, Kirsche. I got the plushie you ordered.
Oh, hell yeah. I hope you like it. They're shipping out in April. They're not for purchase anymore. The pre-order period is over.
Honey Badger says, Craig, can we get Kirsche jiggle physics for a donation amount? Blabs didn't know while you're on vacation. It's true, I did say no.
Well, I don't know. I think it's really up to Kirsche. Kirsche,
I don't mind.
Hold on. Go ahead. Go crazy.
Give you all the jiggles.
All right, Blaz, mark it on the time code for you.
I just did. Okay. Why are you so laughy, Craig? All right. I don't know who this is for, but I guess everybody could answer. What is your favorite classic YouTube meme?
There's classic YouTube meme and classic YouTube videos. I saw that the Numma Numma guy.
I was thinking of that song.
Yeah.
Numa.
Numa. Yeah. How do you know that one?
That's my childhood. I emailed him to come on the show.
Old school YouTube.
Politely declined.
Did he?
Old school YouTube.
Dude, I listen to that song all the time in my car. It's great.
I used to
Great
watch all
parody.
the like Channel Awesome song parodies too when I was little.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ed says, when are you getting your extended barrel, Kirsche?
Like on my Vector? Are those legal?
No, I don't know what that means. Hang on, I gotta keep scrolling. You
I gotta
guys
go with-
sent a lot of supers. Thank you.
My name is Error.
That one's funny. Here, you guys can have that one. You went full Zegler, man. Never go full Zegler. Okay.
While you're searching, Blabs, George R.R. Martin's net girth came in with a 10. Says, here's
Ew.
some normal innocent support for some normal innocent men. Got any old shirts for sale? Next week we'll open up all the shirts for sale.
How many people in chat would do the Kirsche?
Do not do the Kirsche. It's a small woodland critter. They don't do that.
Right.
Video Gamer 25 can't go ahead, Blabs.
Orange Man says, you ever had a girl lick you and say you taste as well when you haven't showered? Ooh,
what?
I saw a question. I was like, aha, here's one.
That's gross.
I gotta keep finding anyone. Scrolling. Sorry, guys. You guys send so many super chats. It's hard to find everybody.
Video Gamer came in with the 10. Says, please do better than Blabs. Fantastical, fetishistic, fantasif. I can't read all this. These are all F words. I'm not doing
you
this.
can't beat me. Sorry.
Findom Friday, fucking wonderful Foxu. Take care of yourself, Foxu, and feel better soon. Looking forward to the Real Game Awards and glad Penny went free as he should. Thank you, Video Gamer 25.
We had a lot of breaking news today.
Yeah. Abdulio came in with a 5. Says, Dredd is not a remake of the old Judge Dredd film. Judge Dredd is a comic book series, and both films are simply different adaptations of the comic. You wouldn't call Batman 89 and Batman Begins remakes of another. That's true. Thank you, Abdulio.
Ed says, Kirsche, are you gonna get some shrubs around newly grown tree trunk? Are you gonna decorate like a Christmas tree? Just asking. It's really cold up north.
I can't tell if this is like a when are you gonna have kids or are you transgender joke. I can't decide
Yeah, I
which way
don't
you
know
try
what- I don't
going
know.
with that. How is the sausage made, my guy? I don't know. You seem to know more than I do.
Damn. Ryan says, how does the need for a himbo clash with Asmond?
Well, imagine a woman can like multiple different kinds of men. I know it's a crazy theory.
Spaz-
Get out of here, Craig. Elite Neo says, Kirsche in a maid outfit when? Maybe that'll get Asmond's attention.
True. I'll need to pay for a maid outfit model.
All right, you may continue now, Craig.
Spaz Badger came into the 10. Says, Kier and Flash, definitely a good morning. Thank you, Spaz Badger. Delta says, someone already ripped the rivals' models, and holy moly, the assets on Squirrel Girl took May from Overwatch and cranked it up to 11. Thanks, Delta. And Video Gamer came back, says, the new Prince of Persia, great game, would have sold well if the reputation was still decent. People want good games, not quote-unquote engagement and other live service bullshit. Please sell Rayman to Nintendo. Mario and Rayman, legit a great team. Thank you, Video Gamer.
Over on Local, Spoon Ninja sent another $2 tip saying, Blabs ain't racist with a meme of me doing the thing. And then he says, normal whole gate. Thank you so much for that. We have Mr. J who says, made Foxu when? The world needs that. Also, washing your long hair often will make it grease up faster. Needs a schedule depending on lifestyle and circumstances. Also depends on the hair too. Because that changes that. I think that's all the questions for the guests over on the YouTube side, unless I missed it.
It said, Kirsche, Asmongold is not human. He's actually a skin suit made of 3 raccoons standing on top of each other. That's why he's inhumane. He's immune to diseases and suffers no penalties for living in trash.
Well, it's a good thing I'm a Foxu then, eh?
There you go.
Miner says, Kirsche, when are you going back on the Gundam stream?
I don't know. We've been talking recently, but we haven't been talking about like streaming stuff recently, so.
Okay.
Joey says, Asmongold may shower, but from what I read in that tweet, he doesn't do his laundry. So even if he showered, he's still a pig for wearing dirty.
Oh yeah,
He
because he's
bought
putting dirty clothes back on.
He bought new clothes.
Yeah, he
You didn't
buys
finish
new
it.
clothes. He doesn't wear the dirty ones.
Honestly, I read it as both, that he wears them until they stink and they're dirty. So you're repeatedly wearing clothes like multiple times a week. Gross.
Well, that's when I just steal the clothes and wash them and then put them back in his house.
Copium!
I'm like a Mexican Santa.
Just come on in and I love the idea of you stealing his clothes, breathing it all in. Oh yeah.
Oh god. In Song of Horror, I don't know if you guys have played Song of Horror. It's a great horror game. Honestly, 1000% recommend, and it's on sale frequently. But in the game, there's one portion where you like go into this like antique shop owner's daughter's room. She's like in her 20s or something. I can't remember. But like she has a really messy apartment, and you have to find like a special key to this medicine cabinet. And so you go around to all these piles of her clothes, and it looks like you're smelling them while you're looking through them for the key.
Oh my God. Trevor says, great show. I became a fan of Kirsche after her appearance on the Archcast. I really hope someday she can go back on. She and Arch had great chemistry together.
Well, thank you, Trevor.
Appreciate that. Also, I Can't Ask says, it blows my mind that Ubisoft having access to the Star Wars IP didn't make a Star Wars DLC for Honor. That game's combat system is perfect for lightsaber fights. Missed opportunities, as they say. Koa says, I have mixed feelings about Marvel's rivals. I'm hesitant on anything modern from Marvel, but the artworks and everything is so stylized and great. I don't want to get my heart broken if I get hooked. Thanks, Coakley. Appreciate that.
I like that guy's profile picture.
There it is. And Emperor Creatine says Ubisoft selling off its IPs before getting gobbled up by
Chicoms.
Chicoms? What is that?
Chinese commies.
Okay. Would be the best case scenario, in my opinion. Definitely snag Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six, and Prince of Persia. Yeah. Also, Nick came in with a 10. Says suppressors were originally patterned as a silencer. No need to get worked up about verbiage. It's still technically accurate. It was changed because it doesn't quote unquote silence the report. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate that. Let's see if we got any other 10s here. We do. From Curtis says, are y'all watching the secret level? It comes out tomorrow. I know Craig is a big fan of Concord. Yeah, I've had to edit this several times to send it. I don't know why. Curtis, maybe it's over. Is that over on Amazon, right?
Yeah. I want to watch the Mega Man one.
Yeah.
The trailer looked pretty good.
Did you see the trailer for Pac-Man?
No.
Oh, man.
I'll
Do we have
watch
time? Oh, yeah. Listen, watch it, do a video. You're going to make some money from it. I promise you that.
Oh.
Bullet says, the adventures of Boingy Booba and Floppus Dongus, a new rom-com from Brazzers. Oh, my God. And Angela came in with a gifted membership. Angela, thank you for your Tiger membership right there. Membership. Master Gawa says, the only reason to have a silencer are if your girlfriend is a size queen and you are an assassin. Also, how do you know when terrorists are CIA sponsored when they tell CNN they support diversity? Thank you.
Oh, I saw that. That was so silly.
Six Strings came in, says, be sure to drop by to see Lady Desiree. She's got front page time on Kick for the next couple weeks. If you love music, drop by and enjoy the tunes. Yeah, Des is great. Excellent stuff. Black Splash says, more side Kirsche. That's right. Coming up in 2025.
Hell yeah.
Brian says, got my Kirsche Pippa and Smug Alana plushes.
You're in danger.
And there we go. All right. We do see all of your super chats. There's a ton of them. I'm going to need to do a square up another time or just say thank you guys very much. Like, just know we can't do this show without you guys, but in the interest of Kirsche and Flash, we're going to let them get out of here. And we will wrap as well because I can see Blabs is starting to fade. 2 hours sitting around is a long time. She's doing great.
Okay.
You're doing great, Blabs. Okay. Tomorrow we got a bunch of great stuff, including Razorfist joining us. It's going to be a great show, and I may be taking legal action. If you go over to my X account and you see one of my top tweets over there, it has to do with something that happened in 2020. But I've had a lot of interesting conversations about it over the last little bit.
I think I remember that. That was when like you got your job offer taken away because like you're not the right skin color. Yeah.
I posted about it last night after it really just kind of stuck in my craw a little bit, for the past, and it's really bothered me. So I posted about it last night, just kind of see what people had to say about it. And people, a lot of people are like, sue, right? But I want to make sure that we can sue,
Go get a free consultation.
Right. All right, Kirsche, please tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me on YouTube at Kirsche Verstal. You can find me on Twitter under the same heckin' handle, and on Twitch as just Kirsche.
Yeah.
I do streams every Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We hang out, we play video games, I rant about bridge. We have a good time. We have a great time. Come by.
In Flash?
Find me over at Yellow Flash 2 and Yellow Flash, the Clip live stream channel.
All right. You guys have been doing excellent stuff. All right, do us a favor, guys. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out. If you're new, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and come back tomorrow when we're back at it again with Razor Fist, our monochromatic brother. He's going to be joining us on Tuesday, which is great. We got a killer lineup of guests this week, including Wednesday. Mally Mouse will be joining us for 2 hours, and we're going to have a Disney insider, somebody who worked for Disney at a high level for a long time, and he's going to be spilling the tea all over the place.
That sounds fun.
It's going to be really good. So make sure you guys tune in on Wednesday. So great group of guests this week. With that said, guys, have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for all your super chats, all your support, all your Direct Donations, Rumble Rants, and all your local support. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. With that said, have a great rest of your day. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. Go subscribe to Kirsche. Go check out Flash. And, of course, go check out Blabs. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.